They'll need it. Press tweet. Go here. Go here. Go here. Do this. Do this. Unmute that. I never muted my mic, so the stream was just hearing me talk to myself there. That's kind of funny. Play music.
Stream
Could
wasn't
be
up.
worse.
Oh, wasn't it? Well, it's just moved. Skip this song because it's always quiet. One day I'll just remove it from the playlist.
One day. Today is not that day.
Today is not that day, correct. And we go to the recap then. Alrighty. Last time on Augon, Renewal of Shadows, we followed...
Stream still isn't up.
It should be. There's a delay.
Uh-huh.
There's stream delay. I cannot change that for the most part. Let's see.
My bad.
It's alright, I just don't know. I just don't know. No, it's up. Or it should be up now.
I'm still reloading. Still not up.
Whatever. It says it's
Just go.
streaming, and I'm just gonna go. As I was saying, last time on Augon Renewal of Shadow, following the adventures of this small group, well, not so small group, you all resumed in the town of Oakmil, awakening after a rough night of sleep. Unable to get some sleep, some of you, as, well, you had some issues with sounds in the room. Some of you were not being able to get some good sleep, seeing things jut out from the corners of your eyes. The sounds of the creaking in the abode made it sound like something was moving around, and as well, Beryl had an encounter with that soaked wet, ghostly child. The next day, you all got up and did your things in the morning and met up in the hallway, where a very long discussion about ghosts took place. One that was fraught with some perhaps slightly misplaced enthusiasm, considering the situation, and also fraught with some misunderstandings, but corrections on ghosts and spirits and specters. As per the information presented by a couple members of the party, those of you who were unaware learned of the existence of ghosts, as ghosts are in fact a real thing, and they are generally the left behinds of a soul that is trapped upon the plane for some reason that has to do with either a great desire, great resentment, or perhaps some other thing. Whereas a spirit or a specter is generally is energy, is strong energy left behind by souls that manifest in certain ways. Learning the distinction and discussing the matter a bit, it was eventually pushed a bit that you all should just leave and not do any investigating into this strange ghostly goings-ons. And then you all went down the stairs. As you did, you caught what was a Dr. Bergenworth, speaking to the barkeep, prescribing him sleeping pills, and then departing, as you were all able to learn that apparently everyone in Oakmil suffers from horrid nightmares that keeps them up, keeping them unable to sleep. At hearing this, immediately a bunch of you jumped on the let's just leave train. And it was basically decided that you all would be leaving. You all went to go step out and head to find Whiskey and the wagon so that you could leave post-haste. However, upon stepping outside Some were able to take note of something they were not in the night before. A bulletin board, we could say, covered in sogging wet papers of what appeared to be missing children, going back as far as 9 years, some of them. Examining them, some people were unable to stomach the situation, seeing that a child had also gone missing as soon as last night. A young boy had vanished. As some people gazed upon the bulletin board, Beryl looked around for the stable, being a staunch supporter of getting out of the town, as she spotted once again in the window of a home that same little girl, drawing in water on the window, just barely legible, saying, "Help me." Drawn in by this, Beryl approached the abode, knocking on the door, and someone came to meet her. Someone who looked rather similar to the little girl Beryl had been seeing, having the same hair and eye color as her, but obviously looking older, and was also a boy. As he spoke with Beryl, and Beryl described and asked about the little girl she had been seeing, and she was able to learn from this man that that little girl was dead, getting her name as well, that I don't have off the top of my head. I have in my notes, but it's fine. And also saying that she was not here, and that Beryl should just go. Beryl persisted and seemingly offended, or... yeah, I'll say offended. Seemingly offended the man, as he seemed rather upset by her ghost stories, to say the least, and quickly shut the door, telling her to leave, looking rather dejected. Beryl then walked back to the group, who was in the midst of a discussion about the posters and the missing children still. And it was eventually decided that you all would investigate the missing children, as Beryl said that you all should stay now and look into it, and at least give it a day. And the people against the idea gave in at that, and you all decided to begin your investigation, starting by meeting the esteemed mayor of Oakmil, Mayor Marsh. What was his first name? Where is it?
Edward?
Edward Marsh, okay. Mayor Edward Marsh, as you went to the... as you head toward the town hall, the Temple of Law, and went to go meet with him. Securing a meeting, as you had met him somewhat earlier, and he had said that if you were interested in information about all that was going on, you could seek him out. You did so. And you went and met with him, and you learned several things. Firstly, you learned that the mayor was not an original resident of Oakmil, and is in fact one of many immigrants from a town known as Innsmouth, that was in Vosia, that long ago suffered a great catastrophe. A tsunami, what is called a tsunami, hit the town, city, drowning much of the residents and displacing even more. As Mr. Marsh and many other immigrants from Innsmouth now made their home in Oakmil. This happened around 11 or 12 years ago, I believe it was, and he became mayor after a short bit of time after arriving. Sorry, I'm pausing because I need to take a drink. Mayor Obed, no, not Obed, sorry, that's a different guy. Mayor Marsh also informed you all of several catastrophes that had occurred throughout the history of Oakmil. The first that he was aware of was a fire that burned down all of the old town, And the next was, of course, the horrid slaughtering of the children of the Oakmil orphanage. You had learned about the death at of the Oakmil orphans. Apparently, they had all had their eyes gouged out and bled to death from the wounds or died of shock, as the director of the orphanage had apparently went mad and said she was killing them for their own good, as she needed to protect them, and that she could see it and that she could feel it behind her eyes. The orphanage, you all believed loosely, had some connection with these disappearances, as soon after about a year after the horrid accident at the orphanage, the children began to go missing, and you learned that there is a slight pattern between the children going missing. Originally, it was believed that they were all small immigrant children, and that's why it was happening, but in fact, then it started to happen to children of the village. The only connecting tie being that every time it rains, 2 days, a child goes missing and is not found for 2 days, and then there is a gap in between the missing children, about a month or so at its shortest. Trying to think of what else you learned at the mayor's, because he gave a lot of information. You guys talked to the mayor a lot. I'm trying to siphon what's useful and what's not through my head.
He has a shark on his wall.
That's not useful.
It's very useful.
He had told you that the doctor arrived not that long ago, maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. I don't remember exactly. But he had also given you permission to go to the library and gather information there for your investigation, as that seemed like the next best step, so that you could track other events that had happened in the history of Oakmil to see what information you had got. You'd also discovered that they had only ever found the body of one child, a black-haired child that very much matched the description of Beryl's ghost that she had been seeing. She was found in a drain pipe outside of the town, thoroughly dead, having drowned to death. With that information, and with Silas cross-referencing his book, you were also able to learn that this ghost is likely a form of ghost known as a Dolar. I believe that was the name, or Dolor. That is a spirit of malice and resentment, one that is created possibly through the casting of the Speak with Dead spell upon a corpse that physically cannot speak because of some interference with the spell from something happening to the body or otherwise that was murdered. They, with their desire to out the person who murdered them and find justice, they bear a heavy resentment and are tied to the place where they died in the form of how they died as well. There's only 2 ways to make this ghost passed on. And the first is to confront it and kill it in the place where it died, and the second is to bring its murderer to justice. With all of the information you had, you all went to the library and did some digging, and you found some history books. In some of those history books, Isaac was able to learn a couple things. First, there was a mayor Obed, the founder, Obed Oakmil, the founder of Oakmil, who was apparently one of the first strange occurrences in the town of Oakmil. He was executed for conspiracy against the king, witchcraft, and I don't remember the other thing I listed, but I think those cover it all, basically. Conspiracy against the king and witchcraft. He was executed.
And heresy.
Well, yeah, heresy as well, then, yes. He was executed, and he was burned at a stake as he died. After that, there seemed to be, from what Isaac was seeing, a lot of catastrophes and murders and other things that had happened in Oakville. Accidents often occurring, seeming as if the place was somewhat cursed in a way. And as well, you all were interested in finding the sewage plans of the city, and you did so. Looking it over, you were able to get a full grasp of the sewer. Astrid made a prayer to her goddess, asking for guidance and assistance in this matter, as a lunar moth landed atop a book, a dusty one on the bookshelves, and Astrid went over and read it, as it had original construction plans of the town of Oakmil, as the original construction plans listed something interesting. A extra storage space that was going to be built beneath the orphanage that never got finished, that was directly above one part of the sewers. Interested in this and believing that the orphanage is a good next step, you all stored that information, and you all learned that this book that had apparently been missing for a while, they were unable to find it, and that it was one of the things they were looking for immediately after kids started going missing, because they wanted to see if they could find any information in it. As well, in the conversation with Mayor Marsh, this was important, I forgot to go over it, you learned that amongst the people of Innsmouth that came, there were several gifted individuals that arrived as well. Gifted being, saying as they were gifted with some sort of magic. One of which was working with the doctor, currently. And the other had left Oakmil a long time ago. Both were originally from the orphanage, though. So, after gathering information at the library and gathering information from the mayor, you all decided your next stop was the doctor's office, where you would question both the doctor and his assistant, perhaps, as well. As you arrived there, under the guise of Astrid needing sleeping pills because of nightmares, you got the sleeping pills and then attempted to talk your way into getting some information out of him. However, he seemed to scrutinize you all a bit and was quickly able to catch on and realize that you were not just here for the sleeping pills, and that you were in fact here to question him. Saying that you should have just told him so from the beginning, he did answer your questions as freely as possible, and then Silas began to question his assistant, the Asenath Waite, as she, being questioned by Silas, answered to the best of her ability, but was somewhat confused by his questioning. As we ended session in the middle of your conversation with the doctor and in the middle of the questioning of Asenath, as why don't we pick up this week right where we left off before we get back into it. Are there any questions, comments, concerns, anything I left out that anyone thinks is important, as I certainly did leave out a bit of nitty-gritty. Okay. James, are you all good?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the VODs, or you just relying on the...
No, I haven't watched any that. I've been busy, but I got pretty much...
Well, you got the gist of it,
yeah.
So...
Yeah.
You should be fine. As we are going to pick up...
If anything, I'll watch them
Sure.
tomorrow or whatever.
As we pick up where we left off in the doctor's office, I believe Dr. Bergenworth was calling into question the amount of questions that were being asked of his assistant. As he would go once again, as he goes, I'm somewhat confused at the probing questions of my assistant.
Out of character here real quick, Jake, is because that got said last session and Silas responded to it. Is he saying it again?
Okay. Sorry. Where did we leave off if that's not where we left off?
Silas just got a confused response from the girl, and we just stopped there.
Okay. So why don't we pick up there then? Yes, because I do recall that somewhat. As you get a confused response from her, you pick up there. As he would honestly just go again because of all the questioning go. Right. This is going a bit in circles here, this questioning of gifts and such. Could I just ask what you're trying to ascertain?
Well, vagueness tends to lead to such things. But yes, I can tell you what I'm trying to ascertain. Trying to ascertain whether she has been touched by, has carried with her something that might be connected to the spirit or entity responsible for the misdoings that have been going on. Possibly even a cursed item.
As Anath responds, as she would go, my vagueness is not intentional, good sir. You asked the questions, and I've answered them truthfully every time. I'm not sure. I don't know, I just came upon it, like I said.
Came upon what exactly?
We're talking about the magic.
Oh,
What
her magical power.
I thought she was referring to some sort of item or
No,
something.
no, the magic.
Well, keeping in mind, Silas does not know what a warlock is.
Not particularly a thing that anyone
Did-
would really know about, so. So that
Right.
everyone.
It's not common knowledge.
No.
So unfortunately, I can't take the question in that direction. The only other thing that I have to honestly ask is, have you been spoken to by any sort of otherworldly thing or an individual that wields magic and perhaps were given some sort of trinket or item of some sort from them?
She just looks at you as she goes, I would think that if I had come into contact with such a thing, I would have mentioned it in your questions before. No.
Seeing as there's a boy that might still be alive, I would suggest that we go look at other leads.
But right after that, Isaac is going to use Awaken Mind on the girl
Mm-hmm.
and ask her, "Are you under duress? Is the doctor in any way like coercing your answers?"
As you try to touch your mind with her mind, I need you to... Nope, nothing. As you don't feel a connection go through. You do not feel the link be established.
Mental foam is off the hook.
And the girl doesn't react in any sort of way, so it doesn't look like she like...
She doesn't even. Yeah, she doesn't.
Nah,
look
it
at
doesn't.
me.
It doesn't look like she like
Noticed it.
noticed anything like that. She's just blissfully not blissfully, obviously, because she's been getting a lot of, being questioned a lot. But she's just kind of standing there. Unless she's acting, which could be. So what are you all gonna do?
Miles looks like he's ready to leave unless someone else has something to say or ask.
Jake, would there be any sort of check I could roll to see if there was magic blocking my attempt at connecting with her?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Unfortunately not. You're not sure yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of came into these powers.
Well, thank you. Again, sorry for the subterfuge, but we don't really have any knowledge as to who's involved with this, and we wanted to be cautious.
The doctor just looks to you and goes, well, I hope it leads to somewhere, because I genuinely will care less about the subterfuge if you're able to do some good. And possibly find the boy.
We'll do our best, and Astrid will go to leave.
In my sincere point as well, if you're looking for a reward for doing it, perhaps just try to find it in your heart to, well, not take any reward offered. People here don't have much, particularly. I'm not saying that you all look to be particularly well off. Well, perhaps you do, as he says, looking at you, Astrid. But
Yeah, and he recognized my family name to an
Yes,
extent.
he did.
So
but
I didn't mean to do that.
assuredly, the people here won't be able to give you any sort of reward that you couldn't get from any that would be particularly meaningful. I know that's asking a lot. It's just
I wasn't intending on taking any reward.
It's more of a morals thing at this point, rather than doing it for a reward.
I hope that's true.
I can see Ben making expressions. She said "I" for a reason, Ben.
I hope that's true. But I haven't met any particularly selfless people in a bit, so we shall see. Good luck with your investigation. If there's anything else that I can do to help, please come by. Be safe.
Yep, and Astrid will go to leave again.
Mrs. Waite just gives a bow as you all leave. A curtsy. Okay.
Silas, did you still want to examine where the body was found?
After we check the warehouse, if you're intending to potentially catch the person behind this, if the boy is still alive, that is likely where the assailant would be.
Did you mean the story?
Although
Warehouse?
What warehouse?
The orphanage, I think you mean.
Okay.
the storage room
The
beneath
storage
the warehouse,
room,
the
okay.
orphanage.
So you're talking about the orphanage?
If you were asking that, then Silas would have said yes. The thing he was prior last session wanting to check out was the scene where the girl was found, but after the orphanage.
Okay. Unless anybody else has any further lines of investigation, we should probably check the orphanage next. All right, orphanage it is.
As you step out as well and get down from the stairs, Astrid and anyone with a passive perception, say above 14, you see what look like perched upon buildings and upon lampposts of the area, what look like ravens that are picking at their feathers and occasionally glancing toward you.
Astrid will give a little bow. Not like a full bow, but like acknowledgement of the birds.
Almost eerily, one of the birds looks upon you for but a moment longer, looking at you with their beady black eyes.
What are we bowing
Then the one that
to?
was following, then the one that was looking at you just flies off.
They might be with the forest protector. That's what Beryl and I found out, so it might be good to be polite. If not, I just bowed at a bird, and that doesn't really matter anyway.
I didn't see the bird, simply.
Ah.
Not to worry.
And they got directions to the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, orphanage time.
Okay. As you begin
Plus
heading
any
to
more
the
birds
orphanage,
across us.
you walk and head toward the, I believe it was west side of the town?
It's east.
It's east? Okay, yeah, because I got east and west confused. So you head to the east gate. Should have brought you guys back here at the start. As you do, you arrive at the gate. The east gate is shut as you approach, and there are some guard about. As you all approach, the guard on station by the pulley looks to you as the pork cutlass is down as he goes, looking to head out?
We're aiming to investigate the orphanage, actually.
Frowns, he goes, probably don't want to go anywhere near there, quite honestly.
We've
But-
been told that several times.
That's
Aye,
exactly why
I-
we do it.
Well, not my job to stop you, just keep your wits about you and be safe. It's an old building that's been in disrepair for a while now.
Have you noticed anyone coming and going from that direction at all?
Not particularly, I am only on the day watch, though.
Is
Thank
the person on the night watch around that we could speak to?
He would be sleeping right now.
Hmm.
Getting his rest in before his shift.
Well, if you could raise the portcullis for us, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, of course. As he and a couple of the other guard would get the port cutlass raised, as it would raise up, and the path would be open for you.
Hopefully we should be back.
We
Go
won't.
ahead, Josie.
What's the night guard's name?
Good question.
Maverick.
Goose Maverick.
He's a real cool guy.
Give me 1 second.
Play volleyball with him.
Matthew Wakely. I'm not spelling it.
Waitley?
Wakely.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
Okay.
I misheard you, so I made a connection that doesn't exist.
No, that's not the connection. No, it's just Matthew Wakely. Shift starts around 7 p.m.
What time of day is it now that we're doing this?
I mean, it's still pretty early morning, actually. So you're actually probably, like, I mean, assuming you took your time, probably like 12 p.m. Because you woke up pretty early, and we could say that you took your time getting around town. You weren't too much of a rush, so. But the port cutlass is open. Are you going to walk out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, as you exit, they do not shut the gate behind as it remains open, and you begin to follow directions, taking an immediate left going north toward where the orphanage was, as you see some wood grow on this side of the gate. It's clearly not as well maintained, and it's clearly a bit more abandoned this side, as you begin to approach toward where it is. Give me 1 second.
I'm ready for the spooky.
I mean, if you're going to spooky, hold on. Hi, Alex.
Well, like
Yeah.
where your head? Where does your head go?
I don't know what that was.
This is too quiet. Why are all my tracks fucked? I'll just use this. This works, technically.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
No.
I hope it's spooky, scary skeletons.
I did not want to get the stream copy struck.
I want
Fair.
Nightcore spooky, scary skeletons.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Frankly, my dear, I'm gone with the wind.
Gone with the wind. I knew you were gonna do that.
As you begin to approach toward where the orphanage once was, you travel through these thick woods. As you do, the black-feathered ravens that you're seeing before, you occasionally spot on the tree branches going forward. Until you move and you begin to see what looks like a tall, 3-story building. Off in the distance, a wood, is it wood? I have the thing I can look at. I have a note as well. Yes. A mostly wood, but somewhat, stone designs on other parts of it. Building standing before you, with a roof that is clearly in disrepair, holes that you can see all about it, and as well, what looks to be rotted wood at the sides of the buildings and dirtied stone at its stairway. For some fucking reason, my Roll20 is really unhappy with me. So give me 1 second. It's just so blurry for no- There we go. Thank the fucking gods. As you begin to approach, as you all step forward, going to step closer to the buildings that you're on the grounds of the orphanage, I need wisdom saving throws. This is against frightened, for those of you that are still shaken. So I don't think you all have taken a short rest, so... Okay. Let me check what shaken was again. Is it -2 or is it disadvantage against the frightened effect?
I think it was a -2.
Okay.
Yeah, -2.
Okay. So, Isaac, Soul, Beryl, Carolina, Josie, you all are fine as you begin to approach. However, Astrid, Silas, as you two walk closer to the building, you step forward, and as you step closer, you feel a chill go up your spine, and you begin to shake somewhat, as every fiber in your body, for some reason, tells you to turn around and not walk towards this manor. You are frightened of the manor under the frightened condition, as you cannot approach the manor any longer, and you have all the other effects of the frightened condition. As all of you would walk up, but see the rest of them stop behind you.
It's me, Silas, and who else?
Just you and Silas.
Just us two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Silas, I'm going to ask you to trust me, and I realize that's difficult considering what happened to you the other day. But I'm going to do something that will allow us to proceed, because I'm currently rooted to the ground in fear, and this is sort of my crusade, so I need to go in there. I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. I need you to be willing, and hopefully we should be able to go forward.
If you really feel like you must. Not going to make you waste your magic by fighting it.
Okay.
Like calm emotions? Okay. With the trails, you can suppress any effect causing the creature to be frightened while the spell ends. Any suppressed effect resumes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that...
Not a permanent fix.
Well,
but-
no, it... you'll find after a minute that it'll be okay once the full concentration ends, as the frightened that you had only lasted a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so you cast that?
Yes.
And the two of you are no longer frightened, however, the chill still remains for a moment. As there is an eerie feeling you're getting from this abode.
Out of curiosity, how long of a walk was it from the gate to the orphanage?
About 20 minutes.
Cool, thank you.
You can imagine it would be less, assuming someone is rushing. And let me pull you guys over to the exterior so that you can see it.
Question, Jake. Would any of the crypt and catacombs delving that Silas did with his mentor, would he have had any experience that felt similar to that kind of fear at coming near a location?
You've had, fears of going into places that look foreboding and look dangerous, but I wouldn't...
Nothing magically fear?
Nothing nothing quite like that.
Okay.
It didn't necessarily feel magical, though. It just felt instinctual. Roll20 fucking sucks for me right now. It's so blurry, this map.
Yeah, so it's fine.
It's clear for me.
Refresh is how you fix it.
Refresh.
Yep. There we go. As all of you see the exterior of this manor now, looking at it, standing a bit away from the stairs going in, you see the ruined orphanage before you. The doors of it firmly closed at the front of it. You see the tall, like I said, 3-story tall building before you. Roof filled with holes where sunlight drips thin, and you see what looks like faint drops of water across the roof, likely from the rain last night. Still somewhat dripping in. You can tell, obviously, not particularly protected against the elements currently. The stonework before you at the stairs is covered in water as well, and the fountains that stand before it have a faint pool of dirtied water in it. So the stonework is old and fading. There used to be what would have been a pattern going across it, but it is now not legible, particularly. You can see as well what looks like a balcony to the right side of the building that has what looks like an old ladder slumped over the side of the railing, and a chair, old obviously, with chips in the stonework as well on that side. Surrounding you entirely is what is a thick wood around you. What do you all do?
As we're approaching the front steps, can I detect magic?
Sure. There's no magic.
Nothing? Okay.
No.
So that'll be up for the next hour. Or is it 10 minutes? I forget. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay.
Shall we?
It's no time like the present.
Astrid will be quiet though, so I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay, so you all are going to enter the building. Are you all stealthing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing we should do.
One would wonder what the point is for some people rolling.
Mhm.
I have advantage on stealth roll.
Just in general.
You know, because of boots of Elvenkind.
Ah! So yes, just in general, but because of the boots. I see. Okay. As you all would go, and you would enter in as
Let's get haunted.
No. Spooky.
Arrange yourselves as you would. This is going to be the room that you will all be able to enter as well. As you walk inside, walking up the stone into the blocked off area toward the doors, as around you is the foyer, is some windows that peer out, all shattered completely inside the foyer. Some pieces of rubble about as well. As you walk into the entry area, there is a set of stairs going up to a second floor. There is what looks like a shattered piece of a winged decoration that was likely some sort of statuette of some sort of winged creature. The floor is dirty and cracked, and there is a door intact over on this side of the room, on the right. And then there is what looks like a door that is shattered completely by large stones on this side, revealing an area over there. And then directly in front, there is a collapsed wall by what looks like what was once a portion of the old stair leading into a back room. Additionally, there is a door right here that would have been the door that led into that room initially. As from the cracks in the ceiling, sunlight faintly reflects off of it, and there are pools of water just very shallowly on the mason work on the floor from the holes from the rain yesterday, most likely.
Do we know directionally, like roughly what part of the house the entrance is to? No, I guess not the house, the orphanage. To the
It was
old unfinished storage.
It was a planned addition. The plans didn't get to what part of the house a basement that would lead to it would be. There were several projected parts it could be in.
Gotcha.
And it could be all across the house.
Actually, I don't think we should split up. That sounds like a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea. You're 100% correct, Barrel.
Well, shall we start with the rooms with functional doors?
Or should we head directly to the basement? I mean, it's where our biggest clue is, unless you want to save that for last. But, the structure
we
of this
also
place
Don't know
What
exactly
is
how
it?
to get to the basement.
Like I said,
Is
that's
that going up
that
still?
stairs going up, like I said.
Okay.
Goes to a second floor.
Well, I don't see a way down from here.
How about we try door number 1? And I would go to try the door.
You can open the door?
Or Astrid just blocks me and does.
Sure.
Well, she feels very responsible for this.
Puts a hand up against the door.
Are you opening the door?
Yes.
Okay. As you open up the door, you see what likely once was some sort of living or music room. You're not fully positive. What once was a rug that covered it is torn up or rotted away, only barely still remaining just in the corner of the room. There are shattered bits of furniture all across the room, 2 shattered windows, 2 intact windows, in fact, and pieces of wood across the floor. A knocked-over cabinet over here as well. And what looks like, let me double check. Yes, this is a door that has fallen off its hinges right here that goes into another room. that you can just barely see into.
I
You
gotta
can-
say, prior to the murders, it seems like they took really good care of their orphans, which is
and
not something you'd say about a lot of places.
This is a door as well.
You also can't say before. You don't have the tendency to say before the murders for most orphanages either, I'd imagine.
Also true.
I would like to look in the cabinet.
Look in the cabinet as you open it. There is what looks like shattered pieces of glass.
Okay.
And also, just because a orphanage looks nice doesn't mean that the caretakers are.
Yeah, and she'll step into this room so she can peek and see what's up with that.
Okay, this is another door. Both of these doors likely leading to the same place.
I'm just gonna lean over to Isaac. Let's go. Right. So, as I'm just
Don't move.
very early, soon, recently discovering that ghosts are real, how do I protect you from them?
Beryl, that's an excellent question. And to be honest, I don't know the answer to it.
Right.
But I will say this. Swinging your club at it, probably not going to work.
Right.
But I don't know for sure.
Well, as of right now, that's all I've really got going on. So I'm gonna try that first, hoping that it works, and if it doesn't, I'm hoping that you and your spooky magics can do something about it.
I hope so too, for both our sakes.
Ashton.
Am I hearing this?
I mean, you're right next to
I
Beryl.
mean, it's
not
a
whispering.
loud conversation in the room.
Jake, have I read enough to know what is effective in combating a ghost?
For a
Or
Dolar,
I should say, what is not effective?
sure, we'll say that non-magical weapons don't work against ghosts. You know that. And magical weapons, it's
Okay.
iffy depending on the ghost. Before you continue talking, as Astrid walked into this room, I'm going to describe it. Astrid, you walk in and you find this room. What looks like shelves completely knocked all across the floor, shattered and rotted wood. What was a staircase going up over here, completely defunct, broken in the middle, not usable for the most part. A ladder over here, broken down and ruined, and a large hole in the floor where the sun is reflecting down into the area below the hole, and as well what looks like faint water drops down into it as well. And there is there is a way into a different room right here as well. And this looks to be a door. Or is that a fireplace? I can't fully tell. No, it's a door. Right?
I think I may have found our way into the basement.
Right. Beryl, just swing your weapon. You should be okay. And unless it's one of those special ghosts that is not.
Alright.
He did sound very confident.
He did not. Right. Well, either way, just, I know that your curiosity can get the best of you sometimes. If you could, do me a huge favor, it would help me a whole lot in my job of protecting you. If you don't go just running into places. Alright?
I mean, the thing he's currently doing. On the screen.
As Beryl's saying this, Isaac is slowly opening the door in front of him, looking at Beryl the whole time with a blank stare.
Do you open the door?
I put
Yes.
my hand on his hand that's opening the
That must
door.
have stopped me.
I put my hand on his hand that is opening the door.
Is it a push door? Because then you're just helping.
I mean, I'm not
That's
pushing
true.
or pulling, I'm just... Mr.
I
Darrow.
want,
Careful there, Astrid.
I want to examine the hole.
Let them finish talking first.
Okay.
Beryl, I really want to open this door.
I'm sure you do.
You're right behind me.
Probably
I
just
would-
a door.
Really rather you be behind me.
Okay, if you insist.
I'm gonna like, as I see the rest of the people like moving into the other room, you're like, I'm opening this door for Mr. Darrow. And then I open it.
Okay, I'm gonna describe what Astrid sees down the hole first,
Okay.
and then I'll reveal and tell you it's in there.
Whole time. Whole time.
Astrid, you look down the hole and you see what looks like a deep hole that leads down to a large hole in the floor in rock. It does not look like it leads to a basement of any kind. There is instead what looks like a large hole that goes down and likely just continues down for a bit. As you look at it and the water drips down it, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
What's your passive? 16?
16.
Okay. Passive was enough, so I should have asked. It takes you a minute, and you have to, like, put your ear out and listen for a second. But as you listen to the water, as it drips and it drops, and there's enough of it that you're able to hear what sounds like it just flows down. And you're hearing what sounds like water flowing down, as if this hole goes down and water just sort of funnels into it. But it is just a large hole in the floor that goes down, and you can't tell how far down because it curves like a burrow. And the water just sort of flows down it. Giving you time to digest that, I'm going to reveal and describe what they see in the other room. As you open the door, you see into this room. I'll just reveal all of it. It's fine. No, I won't just reveal all of it. Won't feel that far. As you open up the door, you see into what was likely... You can't tell what the function of this room was, but it is thoroughly destroyed. What looks like the floor above it has been completely collapsed in for the most part. Wood covering the floor in all different areas. And it is thoroughly ruined. I actually think this is supposed to be like a chimney. So, whatever. But as you look in, you see it is thoroughly ruined, thoroughly wrecked. The floor is covered in filth, and it is covered in cracks as well. And there is a bright light of sunlight coming down and shining onto the floor. And what looks like a larger puddle of water. There is a larger hole in the ceiling, so you can imagine more rain gets in.
See, Beryl? Nothing to be afraid of.
Still nothing on detect magic.
Nope.
All right, well, let's not jump to that just yet. Right. Well, there it is. Another destroyed room. I think that says enough about that. We should probably stick with the others.
If you insist.
Oh, I do.
You are my protector today. And for the foreseeable future.
Yes,
You're gonna give her a little badge.
let's hope it persists past today. And
If you all are done over there, there seems to be a hole in this room
Beryl just like
that Astrid found.
Beryl stands at the doorway, like waiting for the rest of them to walk in.
It's not man-made, but it does seem to go somewhere.
Could be worth checking out, nonetheless.
Beryl, could you be a dear and lower me down?
I'd actually advise let me do that.
It does slope, like a tunnel, sort of. And it is
Can
in
I-
water in
okay.
it. It's not like...
See, I thought it was a straight drop and then it sloped.
No, it's a
Okay.
slope. You can tell it slopes pretty soon, too.
Is
Okay.
it just below the floor? Is it ground?
It's not just below. It's like it's like a 20-foot drop, probably.
Okay. So can I take?
Pull out. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna start molding earth, and taking the earth around the area directly below us, and just sort of like making it less of a drop, and if I can, maybe like a rudimentary earthen stairway leading from the floor to the slope.
It would take you a while to do that.
I mean, instantaneously 5-foot cube.
Right. It would take you a while having to cast the spell for a while. Instantaneous is still 6 seconds, and action is 6 seconds. Casting a spell is an action.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, what's a while? Because, like, 6 seconds per 5-foot cube of space is...
I mean, you're also having to raise it up for a while. What's a while? It's probably going to take you, like, a half hour to fully do that.
Half an hour?
Correct.
Okay.
Just rope it.
I mean, that's not...
What is the sturdiest fixture in this room?
It's like bookshelves.
They don't particularly look sturdy, though.
Not even the fireplace?
But it's brick, and it's like... Nah, that looks old and sort of withered. It looks like it could easily be, like, pushed in.
So barrel is the sturdiest thing in the room still.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably the case most of the
And again,
time.
you don't see how far down this goes. You just
I know.
see that it sort of curbs.
I also take out his rope and start tying it around his waist.
Mm-hmm.
I get 2 or 3 of you to hold the other end.
I'll hold it.
Astrid will hold it because she wants to feel like she's doing something. But Barrel's doing the work, let's be clear.
Alright. Now,
Is
use one of
there-
2 ways.
There's nothing like besides Brill, any other sturdy things in like the room, right?
No.
There's the fireplace, maybe? You could find
Yeah, but
something.
even that Jake said.
Like I said, it looked like someone strong enough could push it in, but if you're trying to tie something down, it's like hit or miss whether body weight would be enough to just pull it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a very old building.
How BP style is.
Silas is not that heavy.
Okay.
I'm holding the rope.
150 pounds is reference.
I guess it'll also help out.
Do you feel confident lowering me down, or should I expect a drop?
I think I've got it. Thank you.
Silas said that like he knew the answer, but he was asking anyways.
Okay.
I really don't have that. So, nope, sure don't. Okay. Well, I'm going to kind of get near the edge and try to like hang off a bit, and give a nod to Beryl and then let go.
All right.
As
Barrel,
I
you
would have before I let go, I would have cast light on my belt.
sure. Barrel, you can roll athletics at advantage. Okay. As you begin to lower Silas down. As Silas, you're lowered down the 20 feet and then lowered a bit into the hole. As again, there's not really anywhere to get a footing particularly, but you're lowered into the hole, and then with your light, you're able to see the water streaming behind you a bit down the slope, and then continuing down, and then meeting another slope where it goes and goes out of sight once more as it continues to go down, winding.
Right. I would like to pull out. Never say this word fucking right. One of my Titans, Pittons, and try to like hammer it into the slope of the earth.
Athletics.
Boy,
It's a Python in the
hey,
earth.
not a bad roll. All right, and like as they lower, I get lowered a little bit more. Like about every 5 feet, try to.
I mean, how
Two
much
and a half
rope
feet.
do you have?
A 50-foot rope.
Okay, so you're already down 20 feet. Yeah, so you'd be 30 feet down. Okay. Another athletics at advantage, Barrel, very quickly.
Did you somehow get lighter?
Okay. As you're lowered down to the point where you see its slope again, curve again where it went out of sight, you can see just a bit down that. And you see it go down deeper for a while and then curve and go out of sight once again.
So I was gonna shout up. You all are probably gonna need to tie another rope to mine. This goes pretty deep.
While this is happening, go ahead, James.
I'll take out my rope and like tie it at the end of that rope that Silas is attached to.
You're gonna need to roll a dexterity check to see how sturdy of a knot you tie.
Right. Dexterity check, right?
Just the check. Unless you have sleight of hand proficiency, we can use that.
I do.
Okay. You tie a knot.
And I have, what do I have? Yeah, I also have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
While this is happening and Beryl is distracted, Isaac is going to check this door.
Okay. As you open that door.
It's not a huge room. Like I I don't know how distracted I could be.
You see
Oh, look, stairs.
a room before you. What looks like a green carpet across it. Pieces of wooding that likely held up the room all across it, and then the wall somewhat collapsed over here, and a stairway going down into what is likely a basement area.
Hey guys, stairs!
I'm gonna call a 5-minute break at that. Why don't we pick back up at 8:51? I need to go use the bathroom. So yeah, as we'll be back in 5
You
minutes.
fucking Riley from National Treasure.
Hey guys,
You
why
know,
don't
that's actually pretty
why don't we
accurate.
just use the stairs?
Boop, boop, boop. Back to here. Get the music back on. As we pick up with where we left off.
Guys, I found the stairs.
I'm just like holding the rope. And I go,
But
As you walk in, Soul, walking across the carpet, it creaks as you step on the wood. And as you walk up to the stairs, you see what looks like, instead of stairways going down, there are cobwebs at the side of it as it goes down into a dark area beyond your dark vision sight. Unless my knowledge of your dark vision is wrong, what's your dark vision range?
It's 60 feet.
Okay, so it doesn't quite go out of your dark vision range. You see it gets down to an area below the stairs. It goes down maybe like 10 feet into a room, and then the rest of the room is beyond dark vision sight. You see like a bit into like a dusty room below that looks like stone flooring. I don't know why I thought dark vision sight was so low.
You did well, Isaac. And then she'll descend the stairs.
Okay. As Soul begins to walk down the stairs, as she does that, what are you guys going to do?
oh, that's not fair. Am I allowed to go with her?
no. Soul, we really should stick together. I call out.
I've been trying to, just so you know, Jake, I would have been trying to knock a Pitten in every 5 feet.
Yes, I would need an athletics check for every 5 feet. So you got down another, what was it, 30 originally, you got down another 20 feet, so... So 4
Yeah,
athletics.
starting at that at the one that I already
Yeah,
did.
so 4 athletics checks.
Okay.
And as well, on the last one, as you're doing it, trying to get a steady hand on the area, as you hammer it in, you feel the water beneath you loosen your hold against the floor. I want a dexterity saving throw. As it is slippery, you're fine.
I guess the real question from as far as I'm concerned with what the conversation they have going up there, am I too deep to be hearing it?
By that point, yes.
Okay.
Ah!
So
No,
I'm
it echoes down, so you can kind of hear it, but it's hard because of how the walls, how it bounces. So you're getting a
just hear,
vague understanding.
Stairs.
So I'd be kind of trying to leverage a bit on the last Pitten. Looking down, do I just see it continuing to slope further?
Like I said, just continues to slope further and then turns.
And I'm how far down right now?
50 feet down in total with the rope, and counting for what you have been down. Counting for the 30 feet you went down, the 20 feet you went down inertially.
Beryl, bring him back up. He's in there way too deep.
Silas, I'm gonna pull you back up.
I've been setting up Pittons for climbing.
I don't know what those are, but I'm pulling you up.
Someone starts cussing in Sylvan.
I hear it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You pulling him up?
Yeah, I start pulling him up.
Roll an athletics at advantage. Yeah. Silas
You
gets
kiss
pulled up.
Josie with that mouth.
You tell me when Silas makes all the way up. He's not communicating anymore till he's all the way up.
I mean, I said you'd get pulled up. I was assuming that. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
You get pulled up.
Okay. So that's 5 pittance. And I was getting somewhere.
Right.
Still
Well,
didn't see the bottom.
other people
And
are
because-
actively getting somewhere.
And who began that exploration, I wonder? Silas just gives an eye at Isaac.
So we're gonna go to Sol now, because she had gone down the stairs, and she, from what I understand, did you stop Sol at them asking you to stop? Beryl asking you to stop?
No, she wouldn't.
Okay. As you walk down the stairs, as you find yourself in what looks like a long room that is made of stone, that is completely empty, save for what looks like shelves that just go all across the wall at each side, continuing on, completely empty shelves that are built up across the wall, each pressed up against each other. Very dusty. There is a back to it, so you can't see the wall behind it. So they're just shelves pressed up against the back of the wall, blocking the wall behind it. And yes, it is dark down here. You're relying on dark vision, and you can tell that it is very dusty, and nobody has been down here in a while. At least you think that.
She'll cast Produce Flame.
As you cast Produce Flame, you light the room up a bit more, seeing color and extending out the entirety of the room. As you can see, the shelves are of a red-colored wood. But it is completely empty aside from the shelves.
So it's just a room full of shelves. There's nothing really behind them.
Are you going to check behind them? You're trying to move one?
Check.
Are you going to try to move one, or are you examining each of them to see if they can be moved?
She'll start by examining them to see if they can be moved.
Roll me a perception or investigation check. Perception DC will be higher. As you're looking around the room, you're having trouble looking around. Dust is getting in your eye. It's very dusty. You're clearly not at your best work, so you don't particularly know.
If that's the case, then she would ascend the stairs.
Okay. Are you going to try and move one, or were you just looking?
She'd have no reason to think that there's anything behind them.
Fair enough. I mean, you can ascend the stairs. As Sol will come back up the stairs. We'll say you just get back up the stairs and arrive back up. That probably happened during the time they pull Silas up, as you'd get back up and see Silas is pulled up now. As those of you watching the door would see Sol ascend up the stairs.
She would extinguish the flame and then say, "There's a room full of shelves."
Right, but we just talked about not splitting up.
You're in the next room.
Right, but something could have happened. We didn't see you.
Like what?
And I was down a tunnel.
Ghosts
In
could have got
Reliance?
ya.
A wall of fire, actually.
A wall of fire?
That's happened before, so.
No one even for me. So, what did you find down the hole?
Exploration got cut short because of investigation going to a different room. I found a whole lot of hole that continued to go deeper and might be going to where we need to go. Don't know, didn't get to go far enough.
Okay. Let
Put him
us
back in the hole.
Mr. Darrow, would you like to open all the doors so we can get that out of the way, and then we can put Silas back in the hole?
That might be for the best.
I mean, if the group votes on it,
I'm not climbing back down the hole unless I know that people aren't going to be running around or exploring and possibly causing an event to happen that's going to put my life in danger in the hole just because they couldn't not
Which
explore.
is why I suggested
And
opening
he's
all the
not
doors
looking,
first.
yeah, and he was not eyeing Soul when he said that, actually.
Right. Jake, there you said there was a gap in the wall here that leads to another room?
Yes. I should have
we-
revealed that.
Yeah.
It appears to head outside.
On the balcony.
You're on the first floor still. The ground
Yeah,
floor,
right.
that is.
I would like to open this door.
Okay. Once you open that door, it leads outside. There is another set of stairs over here to what looks
I
like
think
what would
that's
have been a
open.
small garden. That is not a window, it is a door. Might be supposed to be a window on the map, but it is a door.
Isaac, would you like to open this door?
Would I?
That's not a door.
This?
That's a window up at the top on the other floor.
Oh, okay.
Because these are stairs.
Oh, this is stairs going up?
Yes.
Okay.
How stable do they look?
Well, considering the giant hole between them.
What's your point?
They don't look stable.
Okay, gotcha. Soul, do you mind if I double check the room you were just in?
Go ahead.
Astrid will go to look down there.
Okay.
Isaac will follow.
Is anyone else following?
Beryl will follow.
Okay. You all are going down there, or is it just those ones?
Silas will be in both of his arms, carrying all of the rope that's attached to him. And follow.
So go.
Astrid will take up the Fayfly as well. That way Isaac can see.
Okay.
Is this a door?
What do you
Or
ping?
those windows?
What's up? Ping it again for me. Those are windows that look outside.
Windows.
Sorry, I should reveal
Okie doke.
what they say because... There.
Yeah, that's a window.
How'd you reveal it like that?
Polygon reveal.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, when you're a god of Roll20 like I am, it is.
When you are the king of dungeons.
That's true. That is my title.
So, yeah, Astrid just wants to take a look around and see if she
Sure.
sees
You
anything of note.
arrive downstairs and you see the same thing. Old, dusty room. You activate the Fey Fly with the command... What? Nope, didn't need to open Steam. Let me just take a look at the Fey Fly again.
The Fayfly Steam compatibility.
You open up Fairy Solitaire.
As it begins to make a low mechanical buzzing noise as the sound of gears is made as well as it hovers beside you. Are you just having it fly beside you?
Yeah, because that'll do enough for Isaac. I can't really make. I don't think I can make it go to anybody else but
Is
me.
it doing light or fairy fire?
What is the difference?
Fairy fire is technically on something in particular, I believe.
Yeah, so
fair
just
level's a
light.
spell. Each object within a 20-foot cube is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Your choice.
We'll just do light.
It's okay. So as you cast light, as it emits, let me check what the range of light is. Because I don't remember that off the top of my head.
I could make Isaac glow. That might be cute.
The light from the clockwork fly just emanates from itself. Touch an object. The spell ends. The object shifts 20 foot right. Alright, 20 foot light, 20 foot dim. Okay, so it's lightening up a bit of the room as you look around. What are you looking around for? As you see the shelves stacked up against the wall.
How tall are the shelves? Like, do they take up the entirety of the height of the wall?
They go... The room's height, it goes up about 10 feet, the room. It's got a... No, not 10 feet, sorry. It's about 15 feet high up the roof. The shelves are about... probably like 7 feet tall. They don't cover the entirety of the wall.
Okay.
But they cover, like, most of it going up.
Astrid is going to look for seams
They're very
in the floor
dusty.
or the wall.
Can roll investigation or perception. As it happened before with Rogue, perception will be a higher DC.
Which one is that? Perception's a higher DC?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm proficient in perception and not investigation, so...
That is a nat 20. An automatic success. As you walk around, you don't see any creases in the wall or on the floor. However, you stop in front of one of the shelves. As you see, the shelves are very dusty. On the corners, on their shelves and such. However, the corner of this one, just the left corner of this one, is not as dusty. As you're able to see what looks like the imprint of handprints in the dust, like someone grasping onto the side of the shelves and their fingers and the slight palm of their hand imprinted on the dust. Very slight. It was difficult to notice, even with the light, but you're just able to spot it.
Beryl, could you come move this shelf for me?
Which one? This one?
Yes, the one I'm standing directly in front of.
Right.
If you grasp here, and she'll demonstrate sort of where the outline of the hand is,
sure.
it should move to some degree.
I'll try and move the shelf.
Roll me in athletics. Not a particularly high DC. Still pretty heavy. Yeah, as you go and move it, it feels smooth to move, in fact, as if it's built into the floor a bit to move nicely. As you're able to pull it out, as it pulls out almost like a door to the side, and you see what looks like a gaping hole in the stone wall on the other side that is led to what looks like a dirt pathway that goes down in a small, maybe 8-foot tall corridor.
Silas, I found you a new hole.
This one does not, like, slide, just goes.
Yeah, I know.
But you can tell
Silas is
it
going to start
winds.
untying.
Go ahead. Man, it's my bad.
It's just he's untying the rope from his waist and untying Carolina's rope from his. I don't know whose rope is tied to mine, but you might as well take it back now. I don't think it'll be necessary.
So, I guess we're all going in then. How big is the opening?
It's 8 feet wide, 8 feet tall, and probably about 10 feet wide.
I mean, I'll take the lead going into it.
I think only one of you is like... I don't think there's any of you that's going to be particularly, like, having trouble walking through it, but I think Beryl will be a bit close to the roof of it, but that's probably it. Don't remember how tall
hair
everybody
touches
is. What?
Her hair touches the ceiling.
That's probably true, actually, yeah. Extra 2 feet from the hair.
She's used to having dirt in it.
Well, the ceiling doesn't particularly seem dirty. It actually looks like smooth stone. A bit
Oh.
too smooth, as if tunneled in a way, but not by, like, a creature. It looks like a man-made tunnel.
Dwarves.
Farrell, would you like to go up front with Silas?
It is completely unlit. I imagine you're having the fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I suppose.
I'm happy to go in front, but I didn't want to presume
No,
because
no, I've got it. I can do it. It's fine. I'm not afraid.
that's not what I meant. I just didn't want you to think that I only think of you as a meat shield.
I do not take offense. I am made of meat, and I shield sometimes.
Okay.
I will step forward.
Okay. Silas and Beryl, as you two are the first to step forward, the minute you step in, a scent assaults your nose. Silas, it is the scent of the sea. Beryl, you don't know, it's salty. I don't think you've ever been near the sea before.
Nope.
It is a salty smell.
Oh, this is a familiar smell.
It is.
Smells like the sea.
Astrid will go in right behind Beryl.
Like the sea.
That's what it smells like.
Yes, the thing tied to the folk that came from the sea. It started happening shortly after they got here. Definitely on the right path.
Do we need a marching order or anything, Jake?
Yeah, sure. Give me a marching order. Let's see.
I want to be
Give me
right
one
behind
moment.
Silas
I will
and
draw
Beryl.
a thing for you.
Thank you.
Just organize yourselves here in your marching order.
That's the front?
Yes. The front. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. As all of you step in, from behind you hear what sounds like something fall, and then something begins sliding in place. Do any of you look back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beryl, as you look back, you see a familiar figure standing as the door, the shelf is sliding into a shut position. As you see the drenched little girl just standing as she is slowly getting moved out of sight by the shelf closing. The rest of you see a completely drenched, black-haired girl standing as the shelf begins to close.
Sibylla! Sibylla!
And then it closes.
Oh, that's your ghost.
And you all are left... What would be darkness, but the Fayfly is lit.
Alright, well that's convenient.
That's good. That means we're on the right track.
Yeah, that's good.
It also means that our entryway that was our exit way is now a sealed way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. This feels awful. Like, you're right, it's the right path, but this just feels terrible.
I couldn't agree more.
Right.
Let's just get this over with as quickly as possible.
Agreed.
Isaac is breathing rather heavy after the door has closed.
Excited or
Anxiety.
claustrophobic?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's ecstatic.
No,
Well, I
it's
wasn't
actually,
sure if he was like, I saw a ghost, or
He's like, more mystery, oh yeah!
He's a dog who can only
I have to
sweat through
check
his
with
tongue.
Isaac. I don't know.
that's a fair question, but it is claustrophobia.
Okay.
Question:
Yo.
Are there any unlit lanterns or
No.
torches along this path?
Nothing.
I know the light's going, but
Isaac. Sorry,
she's
go ahead.
just gonna cast produce flame. That's it.
Okay. Makes the light go out even further, so.
Isaac, would you feel better if you had a lantern or a torch?
I got one, and he cast light. I'm good.
It's like a
Right.
fucking
It's a rave.
floodlight right here going on.
Yep.
I'm just
Need
not
panic
a fan of
attacks right now.
Sorry, it's just I get a little nervous when spaces are enclosed. Not a
Future
fan.
reference. Good information to share before you go delving for some subterranean hidden location.
Well, it's okay if there's an if there's an exit.
There is still an exit. You will get back out. Don't worry about it.
Forward?
Forward.
Yes. Forward is going to be the way out, most likely.
As you begin to move. I mean, it is wood behind you. The area that was wood.
Right.
It's not like
If
stone.
push comes to shove, Barrel can
Okay.
Kool-Aid man our way out of this.
Or
I
still
thought
can
it-
burn it
yeah.
down.
Yeah, you're right.
So
it
we
was
have
just a-
options.
Well, just reminding you all that the shelves were made of wood. As you continue going further, as you walk, it winds down like a circular stairway as you continue to go down, down, and down, walking and walking. As you walk, the corridor grows tighter, as it was once 10 feet, then it goes to 8 feet, then 7 feet, then 6 feet, until it is a 5-foot wide corridor. All of you are forced to move in in singular ways moving forward. And then, as the cherry on the cake, it grows to a 4-foot, as you all are having to keep your backs to the wall as you move crunched up against. Isaac, as you are barely able to breathe out without extending a bit closer to the wall in this tight, confined area, can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that is enough to keep yourself mostly calm, and does not make, and you do not have to roll a sanity save because of that.
Was the height staying consistent though? Like is
The
it
height's
still...
consistent. Yeah, the height is still 10 feet up. As it moves, though, you can tell more and more as it continues that it becomes less man-made as you go forward, actually. So assuming that you have to move to a singular formation. Now, just organize yourselves like yourselves like this. In that.
Oh, and there. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's where Astrid would be.
Okay.
Sorry,
Get to
Josie.
move. Thank you.
Okay. But eventually, as you move, Beryl, you see what looks like an area to exit ahead of you. What looks like directly in the floor right in front of you, a hole. And as you look down the hole, it drops down about 15 feet into an open, spacious cavern beneath. And, what's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah.
13.
Okay, you can see what looks like a ladder is on the floor down there. That looks like it would reach up about 15 feet to this area. It is on the floor against the... It is on the floor fallen over.
Okay. I found a way further down. It's, it opens up a bit, but there's a bit of a drop, and there's a ladder on the floor.
Bit of a drop.
15 feet or so. I think
Hang me down.
if I can reach the ladder, we can use that to get down.
Who's going to pull you up if the ladder doesn't work? I trust you to pull me up a lot more than you should trust me to pull you up.
From back here, can I? We're close enough in proximity that I can hear Silas, right?
Oh, you can all hear each other.
All right, and there's not really any room for him to get in front of Beryl, I assume, right?
It would be difficult, but it's not impossible.
Oh, okay.
Or over.
It'd be there'd be a check.
You said the walls and the floor and everything are no longer man-made.
Yeah, you can't. They don't seem man-made by this point. But actually, if you're looking for anything more, the hole seems a bit smoother than you'd expect from, like, a natural formed hole that could be from, like, collapsing ruin and such. But down there you can't see about if it's man-made or not. You just see an open, spacious, cavern.
Okay. Can I... Let me see. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
All right. Can I...
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out. I want to know the breadth, the capacity of what I can accomplish with mold earth, because if I target an area of loose earth, I can excavate it, move it along the ground, deposit it up to 5 feet. So could I, like, I can see the ground, right? Like, I can see the floor.
Correct.
So if I took, like, a bit of earth from just, just a bit of ways, picked it up out of the ground and moved it, it would be basically a 5-foot cube of earth sitting on top of the floor.
You'd have to land specifically on that 5-foot cube, but yes.
But I could do that.
You could do that, but it would require, like, precise landing on that.
Okay.
It wouldn't be that precise, but it's still, like, a single 5-foot square out of, like, the rest of it. It's not that hard, but there's a margin of failure in that regard. You could possibly fall and miss.
Could I dig out, like if I looked down, like if I was looking down, straight down the wall of the cavern, sorry, let me preface this. When I look down, is the hole, is there a wall of earth directly adjacent to the hole, or is it like a hole that drops into...
You don't see a wall. You just see...
Okay, so it's just completely
a
open.
Spacious cavern. That's why.
Okay.
You don't see any
So it's like
walls.
in the middle of a... Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to have a better visual of what was working on. Alright, then that kind of buggers that.
We'll tell you that either way, falling damage is a d6 per 10 feet. 15 feet is still just going to be a d6.
Yeah.
As 10 feet would be.
Right.
Beryl, you just try to let...
I could just hop down and I could hand the ladder up to you.
My concern is you hop down and then the ladder doesn't work and you're potentially stuck.
Well, y'all have rope? You use one of those fancy pitons?
It's, if you would prefer to be the one to jump down,
Oh,
my guest.
I mean, I am
Oh.
in front.
I have some. The Kia loot lets me make people fly.
I don't think we need to go that far. I mean, it's
No,
just
but I mean, if you got stuck, I could get you out again.
We have multiple solutions.
Well, then I guess here I go. And I will attempt to
Drop down.
drop down as
Make-
safely as I can.
Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatic.
You take no fall damage as you safely land on the ground.
Yay. Can I inspect the ladder?
Yes, one moment. As you drop down, people will be added as they drop down next as well. As you see around you, in this area, what look like cave-like walls around you. And the ladder is simply on the floor, laid down. It's a wooden ladder.
Okay. Are any parts of it broken? Does it look sturdy enough to support?
It doesn't look broken. It looks old, though. But doesn't necessarily mean it's not sturdy. It just does look old. So you're not sure.
I'm gonna call up to Silas. It's an old ladder. It doesn't look broken. I could maybe reinforce it with some dirt.
Just hold the ladder for me. I'll take a look at it when I get down there.
All right. I'll hold it up so that it hits the top of the hole.
Okay. As you hold it up, I'm assuming
I
you're gonna hold it steady, Silas.
Try to climb down it.
All right.
Yep.
You climb down it.
Does it feel sturdy enough as I climb down?
I mean, the wood is old and it creaks slightly, but it doesn't like give way or anything.
So I'll just say it up, kind of with trying to focus his voice. Try to walk or step lightly down the ladder. It should be fine. I'll help. Air quotes. Help Barrel hold the ladder.
Okay.
Yep, Astrid will go down.
Are you moving out of the way to make space for people to get down from it, Isaac? Or are you like gonna stand
Yeah.
higher? Okay. All right, Astrid, are you moving carefully?
Yes.
Acrobatics check, or just a dexterity check, or a stealth check, even depending. Yeah, a stealth could work. Stealth or acrobatics.
Hell, all three.
And there's two options.
There you go. Roll 20 hates me.
I'd say stealth is technically being light-footed, so.
Not only did it close my character sheet, now it will not let me open it.
Good.
There you go.
I'm happy to hear.
So, got it.
Yeah, okay. You make it down. It creaks as you move.
I believe I am next.
Okay. Acrobatics, if you're moving. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, as you make it down. It creaks a bit while you move, less than Astrid.
I'll hold a hand out for everybody as they're coming down.
Alright, Soul, it creaks a bit more as you go down. Less than Josie, but more. More than Josie, but less than Astrid. Isaac, are you going down?
Yes.
Are you trying to be light-footed? Okay.
Yeah, he wants to get down fast, so I would say acrobatics.
I'd say if you were moving at fast, it'd be at disadvantage, but I mean...
Because, yeah, he's trying to get out of
You
that
rolled what
enclosed
you
space.
rolled. And then finally, Carolina. As you step on it and move down. Okay. Let's roll a D100.
I'm in danger.
I rolled a 99 on a D100.
What does that mean?
Carolina, as
To
you
quote Andrew, it's either really good or really bad.
as you climb down, Carolina, you feel as though you put a bit of pressure on one of the legs of it, and it almost gives way, but you're able to correct your footing, and it does not snap, and you make your way to the bottom, and you are here.
Alright, well,
As all of you would have heard a loud creak for a moment, and then correct itself as Carolina was coming down.
Does anyone need a breather? Not in terms of physical rest, but mental rest.
a few,
Uh,
maybe.
Just give me a moment.
Mr. Darrow, are you okay? Has a ghost possessed you?
No, nothing of the sort. Maybe like like mental ghosts, but that's a whole other deal.
Oh, I don't know if I can fight those.
Don't worry about it, Beryl. Just trying to make conversation.
Didn't know there were mental ghosts. There's a lot you haven't told me about ghosts.
That's a metaphor, I think, Daryl.
Is Silas gonna explain to Beryl what a metaphor is? Because we would be here all night. Beryl moves to the front of the group again.
Sure.
The Fey fly is
Let's
still out.
go!
Fayfly is
Yes.
still up. It's why everything's as bright. Well, it's why it's as bright as it is in game. I don't use anything, to darken. As you move forward, let me polygon reveal the path as you move.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I'm just gonna reveal
Not a
everything.
path?
What's up?
Is this not a path?
I'm just gonna reveal what you're gonna eventually lead to.
It was like you left your turn signal in.
Well, that went great. You know what? Fuck it.
Okay, we'll do it live.
It's fine. I'm gonna hide some areas because this annoys me first, and then I will describe what is seen. As you all move forward through this natural cave-like area, you eventually arrive to what looks like a naturally made stone craftsman work that looks old, very old, older than any of the buildings that you saw in Oakmil. As you approach, the stone is old and it's covered in dirt and dust. The cave flooring meets the stone upon the floor, just in the middle, covering it slightly in a coat of dust, as there is a wooden door that is shut.
I'm assuming my 10 minutes has passed.
It has been 10 minutes by this point, yeah.
Alright, I will recast Detect Magic.
You don't sense any magic.
Alright, well, it's not magical.
Oh, let me check it out. Walk up to it, the door, and try to check for any sort of traps.
Sure, roll Thieves' Tools. Does not appear to be trapped, but it is assuredly locked.
Well, do you want to go in quietly or loud?
I prefer quietly.
then. Carolina, are you accustomed to picking locks?
Yeah.
Would you like to make an attempt, or would you like me to?
If you want, I can try.
I also step back.
What kind of lock does it look like? Like a normal, like...
Looks like a normal
Just-
lock.
Right, then I would try roll Thieves' Tools, right?
Okay, yeah, thieves' tools. Alrighty. With that, you are just able to get the door open. As the lock comes off, are you going to open the door?
I'll try and, like, I'll unlock it and then, like, I'll step away to see if, like, someone else wants to open it.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it being opened?
should I? Do you want me to?
You can take the lead again if you'd like, Barrow.
I will do that.
So you can open the door?
I can open it if you're afraid.
Not afraid. It's just a door, right?
So you
Right.
open-
Right.
so
That's something we need to address later.
Open the door.
As you open the door, you see a path going in. I don't know why there's a section of wall that's not there. That's kind of fun. That should be there. That is a wall. Interesting.
Okay.
Huh. Little oopsie on my part in the map making process. Nonetheless, as you see a corridor that rounds and goes up into this room, once you reach to that spot, you sense magic coming from this direction.
Okay. What kind of magic?
You don't get the aura description right now, but you know what type it is. But you know it's illusion magic.
Illusion.
If you see the magic itself, I will describe it to you.
Okay. Well, I do glow the color that it would be.
One moment. That's fine. I can just give you the color in a second.
Okay.
After I reveal what you're going to see going forward. I almost fucked up. Okay. As the color is what is a basic brown with subtle hints of, like, depth in it. Alright. As you move forward, you see before you a strange room. No doors, no windows, no anything. It is stone. The floor is dirtied and covered in dust. At the center, there is what looks like a hole that is surrounded by a stone encasing. Directly above that hole, there is a hole in the ceiling that is somewhat, has a edge to it. It's like an edged hole, like it comes down almost like a pipe. And you see what looks like a flowing stream of water just barely falling from that hole into the hole in the floor in the room. A very weak, but a flow of water in here. And as well, that was weird. At the other side of the room, directly in front of the hole of water, there's what looks like a rough, jagged hole in the floor that reveals what looks like a pool of water that goes shallow at first and then goes a bit deeper at the end, you can see. In the middle of that pool of water is what looks like a stone platform that is designed strangely to say the least. It almost looks like a, it looks ritualistic in nature and strange. As that is what you see. You can't see down in the hole from this distance.
Where's the illusion magic coming from?
As you look over, you see the vague, like little puff of illusion magic in this space. It's not being shown.
From the platform. Okay.
Yes.
There's some magic there. It's not what it seems.
Really hope it's not Billy. Astrid will actually move in further, almost like she can't stop herself.
Sure. Are you sure you're moving in further?
Yes.
Okay.
This
As you
is
all
where
get
Carolina
there.
takes us all out.
As you move in, you still cannot see into the hole, as it is very deep, as it appears. And you feel your hearts beating in all of your chests, and your stomachs tremble somewhat. Instinctually, you almost feel like you want to turn back, as the scent of the sea is, well, very apparent in the room.
Does it feel like the time in the woods?
Feels more primordial than the time in the woods.
Okay.
A deeper fear.
Astrid will take another step in.
Okay.
Astrid, if you could hold just a moment. I would like to take out one of my many, many ball bearings
Mm-hmm.
and toss it into this pool of water.
I mean, you can't see the pool of water. It's just the hole from where you are. But you're tossing it into the hole?
Yes.
You toss it into the hole as it goes in, and you hear it sounds like a small splash from the bottom of it.
I hear any sound after the splash.
No.
I'll do the same with the water by the platform.
And the water splashes and just goes in.
Okay. Well, there's either nothing in the water, or it knows that it's being tested.
Another step forward.
At this point, you can see into here from that angle. As you see in, nobody else move. Well, thank you. As you see in, Astrid, you see deep into the pool of water. It's a shallow pool of water, as if it's just being built up. And it goes deep. It goes like 30 feet deep, this hole. And you can see someone at the back of the wall slumped over. As you see what looks like a young boy lying in a daze, maybe unconscious, with his back against the wall that matches the description of the young Billy, as the water from the top just vaguely trickles in. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Additionally,
Astrid with 16, just do that.
you see what looks like on the walls as well. You're able to just notice on the walls, it looks like almost digging at the side of it. As if you can tell, like, someone was trying to claw their way up, like climbing up the wall itself to what is assuredly no avail. And before any of you can react, A swelling of magic builds up in the room, and then from the center of the circle, an individual appears. What is the doctor's assistant, Azanath, wait in the center of the circle, her arms shaking, with a dagger in her hand as well, almost looking very frightened as she just appears. As she just speaks out, she goes, "Why did you have to look into this as much as you have? Why can't you be like most other people who just walk away from the town without caring, assuming they can't do anything?" Her arms shake as she speaks. You don't have anything to gain from this. I don't know why you've come this far.
You don't have anything to gain for trying to stop us. I strongly recommend you put the dagger down.
Don't understand what's going on here. None of you could. Isaac, in that moment, almost as if a third eye opening, a realization comes to you as you feel the magic from her after the magic swelled. As you realize this woman is like you.
I yell Astrid to get back.
Mr. Darrow, this woman is clearly in distress. She needs our help as well.
Astrid, get the hell back.
If
you want to help me, just leave. Forget what you saw here, just go.
Astrid, she's dangerous. She's more than just a dagger.
Astrid is going to take a step towards the child pit.
No. Just leave, please. I know your types. This is not the first time people came this close. Just leave. If it's money you want, I can give you all that. 1,000 gold each. Just walk out, leave, go back the way you came.
I'm gonna use...
And where is this gold cash that you'll be giving us this gold from?
You don't need to worry about where it comes from. It's my money. Why would you care about where it came from?
What are you doing with the children?
I'm doing what I need to do.
You're hurting them.
I have to.
No, you don't.
You don't know what's happening here. I have to. It makes me. I can't stop it. You don't know what it's like. You can't hear its voice.
I'm gonna try using Awakened Mind again to touch her thoughts telepathically.
Are you positive about that?
Yeah.
100% sure?
Yeah.
Okay. As you touch her mind, what do you say?
I say, I'm like you. Talk to me.
Make a sanity saving throw as your connection goes through this time. And
Yes,
you
sir.
feel what sounds like an intrusive voice speaking in 1,000 tongues reaching into your mind. Nope. As you attempt to speak into her mind, you just feel a twinge of pain and step back. As you do, what sounds like a voice bellowing out with 1,000 speaking voices echoes in your mind, repeating chants over and over again, deep as the sea as they continue on. You're not able to understand any of it, unfortunately, and you take... Where is this? ...10 psychic damage. Wow. As shaking, she just clutches her arms closer to her chest with the dagger holding it. She goes, "Just leave, please. You don't understand what's happening. You don't have to be involved. Just go about your business somewhere else."
I hold my hand out to Astrid.
I clear the blood from my nose and say, "There's something inside her head."
Yes.
Astrid.
Sorry, name. Asneth. Asneth, you're in a slightly different scenario. I'm well aware of how horrible it can be to feel completely controlled and to actually not just think it, but it actually to be
You
the
think
seeming
you're well
reality.
aware of
Silent.
anything? You don't know a damned thing. Nobody does. You don't know what this is, what it's like.
Silence, it's beyond us. I don't know what we should do, but she's dangerous.
Astrid,
I know.
As I'm bleeding from my nose.
As the moment continues on, a bellowing comes from the water beneath, and it bubbles somewhat as she goes, "This is the last chance you have. Please, just listen to me and go."
Asneth, you have two options at this point. Choose to be a part of the solution, or I will end your suffering, girl.
You absolute fool. I wasn't the one who had a choice. It was you all. And before anything else can happen, the bubbling reaches up to a max, and then a clawed arm comes out from the side of the water from both sides as two creatures begin to rise up from the pools of water. From the pool of water beside her. With a pale shell and two large crab-like appendages, you see a four-armed crustacean-like creature that looks to be a mix between a crustacean, a cephalopod, and a serpent standing before you with its large claws. As they rise out, a voice as deep as the sea itself bellows from their horrid tendrils that come down from their face. As their eyes glow a horrid, horrid white color. And they stand before you in full glory, standing tall. And we are going to roll initiative in a second. I have to clear the initiative tracker first. As we are going to roll initiative. You may do so now. Apologies.
I'll add my proficiency to that.
Okay. Ooh. Damn. Ooh, damn, on hers too. What the hell? Okay.
I can make it more up.
Getting the music on, and then we're gonna get started. as we start the combat off with you, Astrid. These foul creatures emerging from the water below, the water dripping off of them. Asenath standing, dagger in arm, shaking, her eyes wide. As what do you do?
I think she's just gonna react defensively. She's gonna cast Dissonant. Which one's closest to her? They're about equidistant. She's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the far one.
Okay.
Because she wants it away from her.
Alrighty. What is the saving throw?
Wisdom, I believe, yeah.
Ooh, boy. With a 20, he is going to succeed. Is that half damage on success?
Yeah.
Failed save takes. She doesn't say that actually, does it?
It does. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Okay, I can't read. Alright, so I need
Okay.
the half damage effect. And as that happens, its tentacles flare up as you cast this at him, and magic begins to swell as you feel your mind begin to feel intense pain. As I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Fair enough.
As you can tell, he
Yikes.
has assaulted you back after that. Max damage! Jesus, that is a fail, and you take 20 psychic damage.
I'm fine.
As you feel this just bellowing sound of a booming voice in your mind that causes you to just explode blood from your eyes and nose. Is that you?
Yes, that's her.
Okay. Carolina.
Which one did you attack? You attacked that one.
Damage was fully effective, by the way.
Astrid.
It was this one. You good, James?
Yeah. And I'm gonna shoot at this one with an arrow.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Nah, it's not gonna hit. The arrow goes wide. Is that you? James?
I guess I would also, I would just give the help action to, Josie.
Okay.
That's me, yeah.
As it will go to Asenath. As she is going to... Let's see. Yep, she will go. I tried to warn you all. You should have just left. As she is going to hold the dagger out as magic spews forth from it. As she is going to fire out. How many is it? I need to look up this. As she is going to shoot out 4 blasts of Eldritch energy.
What?
3, sorry, not 4. 4, what the fuck? As they go flying out, it's going to be 2 at Astrid, and then 1 at Beryl. That is a nat 20 and a 24 on Astrid. And a 19 on Beryl.
Yep.
Okay. Oh god. Yeah, you go unconscious, Astrid.
Do you need to see if I insta die though?
No. It's not. They don't do enough damage to insta kill you. It just did 19 damage on the first, and then you get a single death fail.
Yep.
From the other. And that is her turn as she stands there, cowering with her arms afterward. As it'll go to this one, who is going to march out from the water and go to here. As it will go for a 2 pincer attacks on the unconscious Astrid. That is a miss. And that is a miss. As he just misses both times. But stands there, an imposing presence as he does, water still just leaking off of him. Josie.
Okay. I will bonus action Hunter's Mark the one that's right next to Astrid.
Sure.
Then I'm going to try to shoot it.
Alright. That's crit. As it is loud bang, it hits into it.
I know the answer. It's not a humanoid, is it?
No.
Okay. Boy, it would have been wild if it was.
Okay. Is that you?
Yes, that is.
Okay. Silas.
All right. Silas is going to bonus action Blade Song. He pulls the scimitar out.
Mm-hmm.
As it begins to hum in his hand. Going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
Reaching down to touch Astrid is going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on her.
Okay.
And I'm going to move to here.
Let me check
Thank-
something. That would provoke an opportunity strike, as he is going to take a pincer attack at you.
Where?
As he goes to grab onto you with his mighty pincer. That is a miss, though. Wait, nope, might not be. Yep, it's 22.
I will cast Shield.
Okay, as you shield, and the claw goes to grab you and wrap around you as your arcane barrier comes up. It simply is unable to get a grasp on it, as its eyes follow you after you walk away after casting your magic, as this tentacles almost shoot up like glowing, sensing the magic.
Yeah, if you want my magic, come over here.
That you?
Yeah.
This goes to Isaac.
Oh, I will cast Hex on the girl.
Mm-hmm. What stat are you gonna hex?
Charisma.
Okay.
And I'll shoot her with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. 24 will hit.
17.
Alrighty. As you deal the 17 damage to her. as it hits into her, and she just goes. As the pains hits into her, can she do anything back? Nope.
That's me.
Okay. Barrel.
All right. Tears start instantly running down Beryl's face as she clenches her maquahital very tightly and goes into a rage.
Mm-hmm. Beam of light shoots from your chest. Each creature in the line must. Okay. I believe you aim it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are you going to shoot it?
Right. Oh, I don't have my arrow visible. Show to others.
Nice.
Okay. As it'll blast through.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes. What's the DC?
14.
Asenath makes it. And the strange creature. That is a fail from the creature. As roll the
Okay.
damage.
7
Alright,
radiant.
So he takes 7 radiant.
and
He is blinded
it
until
is
the
blinded.
end
Yeah.
start of your next turn.
And I will step to here
Mm-hmm.
and
It's a pretty good
make an attack at it.
Okay. You can say that does half on success, by the way, because it doesn't do much for you aside from that.
Okay, cool. So normal attack at this blinded creature.
Okay.
Oof. That's a good thing it has advantage because he's blinded, right?
Blinded creatures, you have advantage attacking. Yes, that hits.
So 22. Okay. Whew. Let's see. Adds rage damage and the necrotic.
Alrighty.
That is going to be me.
Okay. As it goes to Soul.
Okay. She would step forward as a bonus action, breathe fire into her hands, coalescing it in a ball, and then kick it over to here.
Mm-hmm.
Flaming sphere.
Okay.
And the warmth would flow over Astrid, healing her for that, and then
You're using
Healing her
reconstructive
for
healing on it?
yes.
Okay. As Astrid, you get healed by it. Your body, after the healing magic goes through you, seems to patch up the rest of it almost as if the healing promoted a improvement to your natural healing. Just a quick description, sorry.
Then she'll put her hands on her and then say, "You are under my protection, Latom." And rainbow fire will emanate from her feet, moving out in all directions 30 feet.
Okay.
Explosion of life.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys might want to read that, and then that's her turn.
Are people getting hit temporary hit points or fire resistant?
Temporary hit points.
Okay. Alrighty.
Do you have to
Okay.
roll that rogue?
Temporary hit points don't stack, right?
They do not.
Okay.
Unless it
That
says they
changes
do.
what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I have to roll it, but they're supposed to get it at the end of their turn.
It's the start, isn't it?
Says whenever a
No,
creature
okay, yeah,
ends
ends.
its turn in
That
space.
includes you, though. So you do have to roll for yourself.
Will this one roll count for everyone, or just like each of their
That's up.
individual ends?
I mean, I don't care particularly. People can either roll it themselves or they can take what you rolled. You rolled a 2, though. So I mean, It's up to them. I don't really care. I know that's nicer for you guys if people roll bad, but that's fine. That's your turn?
Yes, that's her turn.
Okay, you kicked a flaming sphere. It's supposed to be here.
Yes.
You want to link the spell and put that there as well? Thank you. It's got an interesting, oh, that's just no, 5 diameter, square, fire. Okay, just draw a 5-foot thing then. Just draw like a cube.
Mm-hmm. Nothing happens to them until they end their turn.
Yeah, you didn't ram it into her?
That would take both.
Okay, no,
actions.
because you okay, because it just appears there. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
Mm-hmm.
As it'll go to this strange creature, as it is going to look out curiously at the fire, gazing out at it. As he gazes out at it, he looks at it curiously and tilts his head as he's going to move. Didn't move properly. So he'll go to there. He's going to look out. As he does, he looks out toward the fire and looks out to you all around. As he is going to raise both his arms up, leaving the claws but in the still in a offensive position as he does. As he raises his arms up, you see water begin to swell up from both this pool here and this pool as well. As it begins to swell up into a ball in the sky. A large pool of water swelling up. As it swells up, he takes it and he slams it down. As it does, this wave shoots down as a wave of water goes over each of you. As I need you all to make except for Isaac. Let me see. Yep, everyone except for Isaac. I need a dexterity saving throw from. Even Asenath, technically. The strange creatures do not seem to be affected by it, though. Asenath does make it. Okay. As Carolina, that is a success. Soul, that is a success. Beryl, that is a fail. Josie, that is a fail. Silas, that is a success. Astrid, that is a success. Okay, so those of you that succeed, you take 12 bludgeoning damage. No, you take half of 12 bludgeoning damage. Whereas Beryl and Josie, the two of you, take the full 12 and you are knocked prone.
Is it just normal bludgeoning? Like
it is normal bludgeoning. Your rage magical bludgeoning gets halved by your rage. So
okay,
I think that's what it does at the very least. I could be crazy. Let me read rage really quickly, unless it specifically says it's from weapons.
I think it's just all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
You're resistant. Yes. Yes.
Bludgeoning,
it's
piercing,
not.
and
yeah. Yes.
Doesn't matter if it's
it does not
or
matter. Okay.
Cool.
As the wave comes
we're
crashing
prone?
down. Yes, the two of you are prone. Okay, the flaming sphere is gone. As it looks over, the rainbow light of flame is still there. It eyes you curiously, Soul, but it notices that the flaming sphere is gone. But its eyes linger on Soul for a moment as she glows. And it can technically move through its ally's space. Another, can it? Let's see, what's its movement? 3 feet. 20. 25. No, it cannot. That's its turn. As that is him. As it'll go to Astrid. As you are now all soaking wet from that. What do you do?
If I'm prone, it has disadvantage against melee attacks on me.
No.
No, it has advantage.
Has advantage. Ranged would have
Okay.
disadvantage.
Range. That's what this. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Astrid will stand up.
Okay.
She's going to look at Beryl and tell her, "It's going to be all right. I promise." Give her Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action. And then she's going to cast Shatter centered on Azimuth's dagger.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, don't leave roll. Fuck.
What'd you do?
I accidentally clicked a bookmark.
That's
And
fun.
so it made me leave the page. And now it's reloading.
Give you a moment.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
There we go. You just got me that shot. My screen's too small.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yes, it's just giving me. It just says Astrid at the top. It's not. No, nothing's there.
Casting Shatter, is it at base level?
Yes.
Okay. Centered on Asenath. The range is what?
10 feet. 10 feet, so it'll get both the crusty boys as well.
Okay.
The crust crabs.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The
Constitution
crusty
saves. 1, 2, 2. What's your DC? Oh, 14. Okay. Asenath fails, one of the boys succeeds, and the other fails. Okay. As the 9 thunder goes out.
And then I need to roll my d8. I also got 2. It's a 2 kind of day.
Is that you?
Got 2 10. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. As it goes to Carolina.
Rogue, is that temp HP from me?
Astrid.
Well, she rolled the d8 for it.
Yeah, you gotta roll your own d8
Oh, sorry.
No,
at the end of your turn.
you don't have to. It's just she did. It's
So
at the end of
that's
your
up to
turn. At the end of your turn,
Okay.
you'll roll.
Okay, I'm going to move over here. And I'm going to attack this crustacean thing in front of me.
Okay. That'll hit, and as you hit, its tentacles will flare up as it is going to assault your mind. Give me a intelligence saving throw. Jesus, these damage rolls! That is a success. You take half of 18 psychic. Yeah. Absurd amount of damage rolls. Creature's looking pretty bad after that hit as you carve into it.
Second. Okay. Then, bonus action, I'm going to disengage and go back over here.
Okay.
That's my turn. And that's me.
Yes, I heard. You can roll your
Alright.
d8 now. As it goes to Asenath. She is going to move, actually. Let's see. there. She's going to move to there as she runs over. And do.
Oh. You're approaching me?
As from that spot, she talks out as she goes, I warned you, I warned you, I warned you! And she is going to take her dagger as she presses it against her stomach, drawing it into her slightly as magic begins to swirl from her. And as the magic swirls, dark tendrils erupt from her body and go to slam out towards all of you within 10 feet. The strange creatures appear to not be affected by it. As they swirl out and go to hit into you. What level is it cast at for her? Okay. As I need strength saving throws from all of you. As these tentacles shoot out and start battering into everyone but Silas and Isaac. Oof.
Do I also have to make a save?
Yes.
Strength save?
Yes. That is a fail. As Beryl, Astrid, Soul, and only Josie succeeds.
No. I succeeded. I have advantage. Or okay. I assume I succeeded because an 18 is very high. I shouldn't have assumed
you should,
that.
Yes, okay.
But I did have advantage.
You do have advantage, so you do succeed.
Okay.
But you're correct in not making assumptions next time. No, I wouldn't give you like a DC 19 at this level. Yeah. Unless it was one creature, perhaps. Okay, so Beryl succeeds. Beryl and Josie succeed. That's it. As the rest of you take 14 necrotic damage as these tentacles beat into you. Beryl and Josie, you take half. And as well as as they beat into you, you guys cannot take reactions until Asenath's next turn.
It was necrotic?
Necrotic.
Okay.
And
would I don't want to make any assumptions here, and I don't know if you want to reveal this information this way, but is she undead?
No.
Okay.
That wouldn't be making an assumption or revealing information in any particular way. It would immediately, have to be known.
Yeah.
For the item's purposes.
Okay.
Okay.
And Astrid's down again.
Yes. As this Chull is going to... Well, I said what its name was, but it's not normal. That's fine. This strange creature is going to actually do an ill-advised thing. As its tentacles still are drawn towards Silas and still looks out toward him as he is going to move to there. And then... do that. So, that is... There's 4 opportunity attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's opportunity to take a reaction, though.
Yes, it is. Ah, yes!
I get one, though.
You get one, and Josie gets one as well.
One?
Yes, Josie, you get one. 11
Can
will
I
not
use a
hit.
gun?
Yes, it will be at disadvantage, though, because it was in your space.
It should still be blinded, though.
Um...
Until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So that would have advantage, then. It would hit.
And, because of the gunner feat, I think I also...
Okay.
Would not be a disadvantage?
Then you're fine.
Okay. Does that mean it's also at advantage because of the blindedness?
Ignore the...
That'll hit.
Ignore the 2 necrotic.
Still makes sense that it would move towards Silas, as it almost seems to be able to sense him. Okay.
It's just 12 from me.
So it is looking pretty bad. Makes it to there, and it will do one other thing that it is able to do. Nope, you'd have to see to be able to do that, so he can't do it. Never mind. That's him. As it goes to Josie.
How bad does he look?
Looks a bit beyond bloodied. So
Okay.
pretty bad.
Okay, as a bonus action, I will expend a charge of the Bad Romance Charm,
Mm-hmm.
which is DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay. Which one are you doing this on?
The one we've been hitting, the one that just went up to Silas.
It does roll a 21.
Good for him. I'm still going to shoot him, I guess.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
It's another crit. Okay. Doesn't look great. Okay, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, he can do this. He will strike back at you with a psychic blast in your mind. I need an intelligence save. Okay, didn't roll crazy damage this time. You fail, you take 6 psychic damage.
Ooh, alright.
As it goes to you, Silas, you can roll your d8, Josie.
It's a 2-day indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You hate to see it.
All right. All right. Bonus action. I'm gonna all the from the sword, the spiritual weapon right here.
Okay.
Have it attack the monster next to me.
Mm-hmm. That is a hit. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and with my action, I will swing it out with the scimitar. Or with the spear chief. 23.
That is a hit.
Right.
Okay. Is that you?
I'm gonna move to there.
Okay.
And that should be me.
Isaac.
Isaac will cast Mind Sliver on Aznath.
Thank you for linking the description.
Not a problem.
Intelligence saving throw. Okay. Not her best. Nat 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. Poopy. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have. I forgot that it. But does it take half damage?
No, it's a cantrip. It just takes damage.
Ah.
It just does. It just takes. It's
Okay.
save or suck.
Alright, never mind. Forget that damage.
It's alright. Not bad to roll beforehand anyway. It just makes it quicker. But that, yeah, nat 20. That is how that goes. That's you?
Yep.
Barrel. At the start of your turn, since you are right within 5 feet of Asenath, you hear a whisper in your ear, in your left ear, and then in your right ear, and then in your left ear again, and in your right ear again, until these muttering, unintelligible whispers just consume your hearing entirely, making your head ache as you feel incredible pain. Wisdom save? That is a success. And nothing happens.
Yay. Okay. I'm going to Stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Crab Boy is no longer blind.
Yes, he is not.
I'm just going to. I'm just gonna try and hit Azeneth.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that.
That is a hit.
Okay. Rage and brutal.
That is a melee attack within range of her.
Oh, terrible damage.
Okay, as you smack into her, though, with your weapon attack, you cut across her body and she just goes, ah, 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 as you feel a pain in your mind as the whispers come forth once again, as you take 10 psychic.
Okay.
Is that you?
Yep, that's me.
Soul. As it goes to you, you see the strange creature still eyes you and its tentacles are flared up.
Okay. Bonus action. Fire emanates from her body, and on her back are giant feathers, giant spectral feathers. They're orange, pink, and red. Mantle of flame.
Okay.
Then she'll step to here.
Okay.
Then she's going to cast a Burning Hands at 2nd level on her.
Aiming it just to get her.
Yeah, I can't reach the
What's the range of Burning Hands?
15 feet.
Trying to see how you can angle it. I mean, I guess you could just do it this way so it just hits the wall. Yeah. Okay. Dexterity save from her.
Yep. And I'll also do
That is a fail.
Conflagration of Destruction.
I need you to tell me what it does.
Sorry. The save attached to it. Constitution saving throw.
She needs to make a Constitution save.
Yep.
Okay. She does succeed on that because I think your DC is less than 19. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is a success from her.
So she just takes half of the damage.
Okay.
And because a Mantle of Flame, it's supposed to be 6 more damage. And that will trigger Warmth of Flame
Yes.
on Astrid. 4, and then she'll free action. Chica, muévete del camino. Get out of the way. And that's her turn.
Okay. So it goes to the creature. It's going to walk over toward you. Soul, as it is going to reach out with its pincer and go to grab you. As that is a 29. Jesus Christ. As he hits you, you take 17 bludgeoning, and you are grappled.
She's unconscious.
Okay. As it would hold you in its hands, you are unconscious. Its tentacles would reach out to go and slam into you. Well, actually, no, it can't do that because you're unconscious. It'll just squeeze its tentacle down, pincer down to try and harm you more. Does miss on that one, though, somehow. Okay. That is it. Astrid.
Can I disengage on my action?
Yes. Things have not moved
Okay.
yet. What the hell? There we go.
Okay, Astrid's gonna move 5, 10, 15.
If you want to use your... Well, yeah, action. Disengage is an action.
Yeah.
So you
And then
actually
as a bonus action,
Mhm.
then as a bonus action, she's gonna cast Healing Word on Soul.
Okay.
Return the favor.
You can roll. If you guys are able to, when you get back up in a combat, please remove the excess from you. I know I put them on you sometimes, so you don't always have the time to take them off.
Nice, Max.
Okay. So heal for 8, Soul. Is that you?
Yes. And then, is it within 30 feet of Soul that I... Nope, I'm not within 30 feet anymore. So that's fine.
Explosion's down anyway. I went unconscious.
Okay.
We'll go to Carolina.
Yeah, it's me.
Astrid, I don't think you'd be able to move that far, though, because you'd be able to get up from prone.
You would have half movement, yes.
You are correct. So, 5, 10, 15.
Okay. Carolina.
Alright. This one's still looking really bad, right?
Which one?
Really bad. This one.
Sorry. Yes,
I,
that one looks. That one
so-
looks the worst out of everything on the field. It looks very bad.
I can't, like, there's the wall here, so.
I mean, you can. It
Here.
curves a bit so you can see him. No, well, yeah. If you're aiming, if you're trying to shoot him, then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot that one with an arrow.
Okay. You're gonna shoot the one that's looking bad. That is a hit. You're able to hit just at the soft spot in the gap of the armor as you hit right at the side of its neck as blood begins to pour out. A strange blue viscous blood as it collapses to the ground dead. Is that you?
Then, as a bonus action, I'm gonna give the help action to Josie.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
That sucks because that one did not be able to get off his thing. Alright. As it goes to Azanath, as she is going to, clutching her head again, just crying out. I need a wisdom saving throw from Soul and Beryl, firstly, at the start of the round, as whispers emanate into the two of your ears. Both fails.
Yeah, I don't think an inspiration's gonna fix that one.
One moment. Lulled low, though, as you two take 6 psychic damage. As that is the start of the turn, what is she going to do next? As she is going to take her hands and hold them as she does, magic swirls around with her action as what looks like an aura of cold energy begins to swell up around her as a protective magical force surrounds her and her gear. As do. One moment. As she is surrounded by an aura of cold now. That protects her. That is her. This one is dead as it goes to Josie.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to move the hunter's mark to the other crustacean.
Okay.
Has he been hit yet?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
That is a hit. Alrighty.
And I'm actually going to move back to here.
It is going to blast out at you with its psychic attack once more.
Okay.
Intelligence save. That is a fail. You take 8 psychic.
Josie looks very bad. But that is me.
Alrighty. Silas.
Yes. Do. Let's be unoccupied. Bonus action, I'm going to move the spiritual weapon and attack Aznath with it.
Okay. Smart move. The spiritual weapon can't get fucked over by whatever she has up there. That hits. As it bashes across her, it appears to not do any real damage to her, but damages the aura of cold around her.
Ignore the 2. I unchecked that. It
Okay.
is not checked on my character sheet. Alright.
What shall Silas
Alright.
do after as his action?
Going to... Continue the movement that he was going for prior. Gets him to here. And then he's going to pull out his light crossbow and shoot at the monster.
Okay. That is a hit. Okay. It's looking bad. Looks bloodied now
That
as it's
is me.
leaking out that viscous blue fluid from its shell. Isaac.
Isaac will cast Hold Person on Aznath.
Will you?
DC's Wisdom save, DC 16.
Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, she certainly has to make a save. What's the DC? Hello?
Oh. Yeah, that was weird.
DC?
Yeah.
Or Paul, everyone, I take it?
Can I hear? Can people hear me?
Yes.
DC.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Karina?
You're where it's Karina.
Oh,
There
there's
you go.
Karina.
Can I just get the DC?
Oh, I'm sorry, DC 16.
Okay. She fails, actually.
Oh, shit.
As that is a failure from her. As
So
she is
she-
held by it.
Yeah, she's paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. That is the wrong icon. Actually, wait, no, is she held? No, I clicked it twice. I'm so sorry. I thought it was a 15, the roll. It's actually a 23.
Oh, poopy.
She does not fail. I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
I clicked
that's
wisdom
alright.
save twice.
Damn, you got my hopes up.
That's completely my bad.
That's alright.
Give yourself an inspiration or something.
You know what? I'll take that for inspiration.
I genuinely, that is my bad. I'm sorry for
Go buy
getting your
yourself
hopes up
something
there.
nice.
I can provide you with the proof if you want that I rolled twice, because I
I
genuinely...
believe you.
Okay.
Jake, you've never lied to me before. I don't think you're going to start
As
now.
far as you know. No, I don't like to lie. But yes, that is my apologies. Is that a bonus action?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Beryl! Start of your turn, a wisdom save. Wait, nope. That's just the first round. Nope. Gonna have to make a wisdom save this time.
Okay. I am going to move to here.
Okay. I'd provoke opportunity attack from Azanath as she would swing at you with her dagger.
Okay.
Good luck. Nope.
Okay. Bonus action, I will drop my rage,
Okay.
and as an action, I'm going to cast Earthen Grasp
On who?
on Azanath.
Okay.
Just to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Let's see, strength save. She could make it. What's the DC?
14.
She rolls a 15.
Fuck.
That -1, she was able to make it.
Motherfucker. Alright, that's okay. The hand is still there. I'm concentrating on that. But that is my turn.
Okay. Soul, you don't have to make a wisdom save either because it's already procced on the other turn. It's your turn.
Okay, cool. She's going to use a second level burning hand.
Mm-hmm. How are you angling it?
Just directly out toward. I don't know why I'm pointing at my own screen. Out towards her.
Okay. Should make a dexterity save.
Supposed to be another D6 in there. I just rolled the first level one.
She fails, and you are going to take cold damage. Nope, it's melee attack. She will not.
Okay, so 20 fire damage. Then
The aura is still around her, though. Looks like it is very close to fading, though.
how's everybody else looking?
Astrid does not look good. Carolina does not look good. Josie doesn't look good. And Beryl, I believe, is bloodied.
The girls aren't doing too well.
I think Isaac might be on top of bloodied, but not bloodied.
So everybody's looking awful. Okay.
Except for Silas.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay, making an executive decision, going with Carolina.
Okay.
2d8 plus 2. Okay, so warmth
Okay.
on her, and I'll go for another reconstructive healing on
Okay.
her.
As your body's natural healing does the rest of the work, James.
So I heal for 9 and then 14.
Yes, you do.
And then she'll go ahead and, I guess, use a first level healing word on Josie.
Okay. That's you.
Yep.
As it goes to the Chull, or the creature, doesn't really matter by this point. As its tentacles are gonna shoot out, as they shoot into the side of your head, Soul, and they start to dig into the side of your scalp. I need a Constitution saving throw.
I have 2 HP. Will the save matter?
If you fail, it will. That is a success, though. As you feel it attempting to leak its way into your mind. But You are able to fight it off, and you take no damage. And then the creature is going to go and make a pincer attack at Beryl once. That is a natural 20. Which is not...
I'm going to use my reaction to make it a normal hit.
You can do that with
Yes, I can.
the... Which item is it? The
Amulet of the Sentinel.
Alright, just want to read it real quick. For 2 charges. 3 charges. Okay. So it is just the normal hit. Well.
Okay.
Unfortunately, well, that's just how that works, actually. Yeah. So it was going to be 19. Instead, you take 13 bludgeoning and are grappled by it. As you are held in its other claw, and it will pull its claw down on you, Beryl, after that. Trying to crush you in its grasp. Does a 25 hits, I imagine.
Oh, and I should probably roll concentration on the thing.
Low damage on its pincer, though. That's the lowest it can roll, as it does 8 bludgeoning to you.
I am at 1 hit point.
As you are in its grasp.
But I still have Earthen Grasp up.
That's impressive. As it goes to Astrid.
Tell me about this dagger.
It's basically shattered in her hand and barely a weapon anymore.
Okay. So, it doesn't look magical, it's just that's how she happened to be channeling her Eldritch Blasts.
Possibly.
Okay, then Astrid is going to use the Kia Loot to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Beryl.
Okay.
She's up in this guy's business. And then she's going to use her bonus action to heal and move Beryl.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Again.
Alright, that's you?
Yep.
Carolina.
Right. How is she looking?
She has her protective aura of healing around her, but she also does not look bloodied yet.
What has been seen to work on her protective? aura?
Everything does damage. Everything works on her.
How does the protective aura look? Like,
Looks
is it
weak.
like-
It's shimmering out.
What's this here? That's something of souls.
No, that's my
That's the Earthen
That's
Grasp.
the Earthen Grasp.
Alright.
You can move next to it. It wouldn't be a problem.
Alright. I'm gonna try and attack her.
Okay. Swinging out.
No.
Alrighty. That is a hit. As you hit, the aura breaks, and you are doing mostly damage to her. However, you do take 15 cold damage as it bats against you as well.
Right.
Is it 15? It might be more.
How much is it? Let me know.
Let me see. It's 25.
Whoa! What the fuck?
James, have you never heard of Armor of Agathis before?
I have, but I didn't know exactly what it did.
It gets mean later.
Was it 20,
Real
25,
powerful.
right?
It's 25, yes. 25 colds.
Alright.
Yeah,
So,
no,
now let's keep it again.
it gets real mean after certain levels. However, you can roll your damage, though, that hits. And it did.
You shattered it with your head.
Yeah, well, it had 1 hit point left.
Oh, God.
She is definitely bloodied after that as you carve into her. She's just going, afterward.
No, I guess then bonus action I would give. Actually, bonus action I would disengage from her.
Okay.
Back to like over here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. As it goes to her, in panicked breaths, she is going to. Let's see. No, she will choose to not do that instead, and is going to action. She's going to reach her hand out as she goes to grasp onto you, Soul. She makes a spell attack. Let's see if she is going to hit or not. As that is a 16.
That hits.
Alright. As she grasps onto you. As she does, she grabs onto your arm and you feel life begin to get pulled from you. You go unconscious. That is 16 necrotic. And she appears to heal for some of the damage dealt. And as well, a shadow-wreathed hand is attached to Soul still, after she removes her hand from her. Alrighty. As she heals for a bit. Josie.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep on the big one.
Okay. $13 will not hit.
How come I can't hear her, but you can?
Did you mute Karina?
No.
That's strange. Is that you, Karina?
Yeah, that is.
Can you hear Ben?
Yep.
Okay, so he just can't hear you. Funny how that goes.
Wow.
The fight's almost over. I know we're almost at where we would end newer time. But if it's good with everyone to keep going till at least the bit after the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Silas.
Yes. How bad is Asnath and this creature looking?
Both bloodied. Both beyond bloodied.
Okay.
But they still look rather hardy. At least the creature does.
I'm going to bonus action face step.
Uh-huh.
And appear here.
Okay.
It's a summer is what I've been at today.
Okay.
So they both take 3 damage. 4 damage, sorry.
Is
They
it
both take 4
creatures
damage.
within the area take it, or just enemies?
Creatures of my choice within 5 feet.
Okay, so 4.
4 fire damage, if that matters.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Going to look. Doesn't look good.
Well, Soul is unconscious. And Beryl
Yes.
is, basically. In terms of people not looking good.
Silas is going to feed Soul a basic healing potion.
Okay. Soul, you heal for 6. Is that you?
Free action. I am going to Song of Assault mark as an F.
Okay.
That's me.
Isaac.
Yeah. Hmm. We're just.
Oh damn! Yeah, she's out. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, we're just gonna Eldritch Blast her.
Okay. That is a hit. As you blast her, she looks pretty bad after the hit. That
That's
you?
me.
Beryl, you're grappled by this creature.
Okay. Bonus action. Take a basic healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. Not a Zac potion. Nice. Alright. And then for my action, I'm going to attempt to grasp Asenath with Earthing Grasp again.
Okay.
Strength save.
Alright.
DC 14.
That is a fail.
Okay, she is restrained. And she takes 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Is that you?
That is me.
Soul! In the grasp of the creature.
You will burn, and the innocent will yet live. And then she uses Burning Hands at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
She angles it away from Silas.
Sure. Okay.
And 15.
She should have
She does
disadvantage on the deck save.
She does succeed, though.
Oh. I'm guessing she's still up.
I mean, yes.
All
You'll
right.
know when she's down, trust me.
Got you, sorry.
It's okay.
Quickly, who looks really bad?
Everybody.
You, Beryl, Astrid, Carolina, Josie.
Barrel's in the thick of it. Healing word.
Thank you.
And I'll use my last reconstructive healing on Beryl. Sorry, there's some math involved. And that's her turn.
Thank you.
Alrighty. As it goes to the creature, grasping both Beryl and Soul. First things first, tentacles at Beryl. As they go to slam into the side, as they creep up the side of your head and reach in. Constitution save. Ooh.
Vigilance.
I'm going. What
Um,
is that?
I use my reaction. She gets to roll it again at advantage.
That does have to be called before you know the result.
They have disadvantage on
says-
her.
Make this choice after you. Okay, never mind.
Mhm.
Thinking of a different thing.
Okay, so I'm re-rolling with advantage.
Yes.
I'm going to add inspiration.
Okay.
Is it it's a D6?
What were you saying, Astrid?
She has the guy has disadvantage on attack rolls against her.
This is not an attack roll.
Save that I have to make.
What's the save you have to make? What's you asking? So what are you doing? You're adding inspiration?
Yeah, is it a D6, Alex? Or a D8?
It's a D6. It's not a D8 yet.
Okay. Fuck.
Well,
That's 13.
That is a 13?
Or 14. 14, because I got it with advantage.
Well, you succeed. And then he will claw, both on Barrel and on Soul. So it's a miss on Barrel, because he has disadvantage. Why does he have disadvantage on Barrel, by the way?
Protection from evil and good.
It's assuming a lot about him if you know his creature type. But it is disadvantage.
I mean, I look at it.
29 for Soul, unfortunately, though. As that is 10 bludgeoning. And I imagine you are unconscious, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Astrid, that was its turn.
Okay. Astrid is going to extend her hand and say in Sylvan, shatter, you thing the gods forgot, and just gonna center shatter here. So it's 10 feet. It's only gonna get the creature, but that's the biggest thing I got.
Wonder, did the gods forget this thing? Alright. Good damage. Let's see the save. That is a fail. Nope. Shouldn't have disadvantage. Yep, that's 16. That's a success, but it takes half still. I let my 3D die get the best of me because they never roll in the order I think they will. He's looking very bad, though.
And then as the bonus action, she's gonna healing word soul.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
I hate that the
turns.
input value always pops up under my character sheet.
That is annoying. Carolina.
In terms of, like, I know they're both looking bad, but which one looks worse between the two of them?
They look pretty similar.
The big
Azath
creature
clearly
still,
looks less hardy.
the big
She's
creature is
also
still
restrained.
grappling Barrel and Soul, right?
Yes. And Azath is restrained.
Alright, so I'm gonna try and shoot an arrow at the big creature.
Okay. That is a hit. It's still up, though.
And give the help action to Josie as a bonus action.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Goes to Azath. Bonus action, she is going to become what looks like a puff of mist. And then she appears over here. Out of the earthen grasp.
Finch.
It is what it is. As she is then going to... I mean... That's it from her. She's just gonna Eldritch Blast now. She can't really do anything else. As she's going to fire out 3 blasts. One at Soul. One at... She wouldn't be able to get Carolina. She'd move to try and get Carolina. Soul, Carolina, and Astrid. So, boom, boom, boom. So going Soul, Carolina, Astrid. Soul, that's an 11, so that doesn't hit you. Astrid, that's a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 14 force damage. Wow.
Yeah, Astrid's unconscious again.
Okay. And then Carolina. That is a 17.
That hits.
7 force damage.
just enough. I'm also
Mm.
unconscious.
As she is just standing there, covered in blood, going, "Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. You made me. No, he made me. You know." Just in her panicked voice, Josie.
Okay. Even though she's down, does her help action remain?
No.
Ah, well. Not like a help from...
No.
Is it... Okay.
It wouldn't remain.
If only. Alright, well, we're gonna try real hard on this big guy.
Okay. That hits.
I feel like you missed out on so much.
Still up!
Jeez Louise, okay. Well, yeah, that's all I can do.
Silas.
Okay.
Big Buy's barely up still, though.
Going to move the spiritual weapon and attack Asenath with it.
Alright. That is a hit. Oof.
Again, it's not checked.
I know.
Just the 10 force.
I know. Looking ever worse.
Salis is going to look at the monster. You know, you're going to have to make a choice. Let go one of them and hit me. Keep holding on. And Salis is going to just run away from it.
I mean, stop doing anything, do you?
Okay. Then going to attack Asenath
Sure.
with the Spirit Sheath.
Okay.
Runs his hand over the blade and then goes for the hopefully kill blow.
That is a hit.
Probably not though, because I don't have sneak attack.
Nope.
Hey, didn't show up that time.
Yep. Still up.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Isaac.
Shit. Isaac will run over here, take aim at Asenath,
Mm-hmm.
and shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That'll hit. Alrighty. As you blast into her, blasts across her shoulder, burning her as she falls to the ground in pain, as she just goes, "Ugh, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to. I told you all to leave. I told you. Oh God, its voice. I can hear it. It's constant. It never goes away. It's behind my eyes. I see it everywhere. It's all I hear. Its name. Its name. I know its name." As she goes to speak something, but as she does, you see her body lock up, and she begins to claw at her throat. And as she does, she cries out in pain, and you just see her start to retch like she's trying to gag or trying to breathe. As her eyes just bulging, you watch her doubling over in pain, hearing a foul crunching noise from over in her direction as she claws at her throat. And then you just see her fall limp on the ground as she lays dead, and a pool of seawater begins to leak out from her wide open mouth.
That's me.
Barrel.
Okay. I am being grappled.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back into a rage.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as how don't need that thing anymore. Yeah, All right, I'll fuck with that. And then I'm gonna just make a reckless attack at this thing.
Okay. As you hit into
24.
it, you cleave up its tentacles and up its head as it drops both you and Soul, falling to the ground dead. Not gonna end
And I
initiative yet, because
Oh, okay.
Astrid has to make a death saving throw, and so will Carolina before. So I'm seeing what happens with it.
Okay. I just give a primal scream at the dead creature.
Is that you?
Mhm.
Soul.
She runs up to Astrid. Move. Rainbow flame on her hand.
No, you don't
Touches
have
her.
to make one yet, Astrid, because it's not your turn yet. Go ahead. Alright. Astrid comes up.
Heal Carolina. That's her turn.
Okay. Astrid, are you going to heal Carolina?
I can't.
Would you say
Alrighty.
I don't have anything left.
that? Does that change anything, Soul?
She would have moved another couple spaces
Mm-hmm.
to get closer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess she would yell, "I'm coming, Carolina." That's her.
Okay. Alright, is anybody else going to attempt to heal Carolina with a healing potion, or are you just going to let Soul do her thing?
On my turn, I would.
Okay. So...
She'll still have to
Carolina-
make a
I need a death
death
save
save.
Carolina, and then we go to you, Josie. You'll heal her. Okay, so you make your death save. Okay.
Oh, not that one.
As you are healed back up, seeing before you the dead creatures and the dead woman, as there is just silence that emanates from the room now, as the pool of seawater just leaks out from her dead form, a foaming pool of water also coming out from her eyes, almost crying as well, as she is thoroughly dead on the ground, but clearly not from the wounds dealt to her.
Alright, who wants to lend me some rope?
Here, take mine.
Yeah, she's gonna tie it around your waist.
Okay.
So we'll hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, so. Yeah, she's gonna start going down.
Okay. As it is 30 feet down, you have enough rope to get down. Soul, give me an athletics check for holding it. It's not that high of a DC. Okay. As you're holding it firm. I will get to Aznath's body in a minute. As, Astrid, you make it to the bottom of the pit. And you now see that in full, across the walls, tiny fingerprints and tiny handprints of people that attempted to claw their way out from the hole itself. And you can see signs of water filling this, going all the way up to the top. As you look down at the boy, you can see that he is chained to the wall. Unconscious clearly now, by what looks like a chain and then a heavy iron ball at the end of it around his leg.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at one of the chain links, and then
Okay.
if it doesn't break it, then she's gonna start hacking at it with a dagger.
I mean, it almost flash freezes it instantly, and then I assume you're gonna, and you'd break it.
Smush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pick up the child and attempt to climb
yeah.
up or get pulled up?
No, she can barely hold on to the child at this point. So yeah, she'll do that thing where you have him balanced on your hip, and then she'll tug twice on the rope.
Okay. Well, I mean, they can all see down there, so they can see what's happening. Solar, are you going to pull her up?
Beryl, I need your assistance.
What?
Help,
Oh.
please.
She just, like, without even thinking, just both hands.
Right. Well, for the
Pulls
sake of
up.
time, I would allow the original roll to stand, so let's say you just pull her up. As you get pulled out with this unconscious child. Over at the body, Isaac and Silas, you're standing before it. What are you doing?
Isaac would like
Looting the body. I would have started that before you got there. Sorry, Isaac.
Isaac is just kind of staring at her, kind of saying to himself in his brain, "Is this my future?" And kind of like freaking out a little bit. But once he kind of gets a hold of himself, he'll pick up her dagger and see if it's magical or anything.
Doesn't appear to be. As you're going to search the body, Isaac? And Silas?
I'd let Silas search the body, but I'll watch what he takes out.
Sure. But you're searching the body, Silas?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check. You find nothing on her, except for one thing. A fragment of a piece of what would likely be a small tablet or a stone. It's circular in nature, and the stone is green, perhaps indicating greenish, perhaps indicating it has been, soaked and saturated with water. And it has a porous feel to it as well, as if it is, meant to hold, as if water could flow through it. On the front of it, there is a half symbol etched in it. You can tell this is half of a symbol. As you see what is tendrils coming out from the side of half a thinned maw. It is only half or part of this larger object, though.
Say a finned maw?
A maw that has a fin coming off the side of it, yes.
Okay. Does it feel magical?
It does not. Not to you.
I'd ask to see it.
Silas sticks it in this bag and looks over at Isaac and says, "You said she's like you. It's a conversation to have later."
I never
Ending
said
that conversation.
I never said that.
Nobody ever. Yeah, he didn't say that.
I never said.
Yeah, I'd say it out loud. I could have sworn he did to her.
Nope.
He did not.
I said she was dangerous. I never said she was like me.
Okay.
Said she was like me. but
Ironically, Wait, what was that, James?
he
said
said
it in
she's
his
like
mind.
me, but like in his mind, like
He was,
said it to
he was
himself.
just narrating. what he
Yeah.
was
So
doing.
yeah. So that changes completely. Silas holds out the stone to him, the fragment.
Can I cast Identify on it?
Sure. I mean, if you want to.
I would like to.
Okay. You hard casting it or ritually?
Ritually.
Okay. So they're doing that over 10 minutes. As that's happening, the rest of you, what are you all doing while he's ritually casting?
I'm checking on the kid.
Yeah, looking over the kid, seeing if he's
Trying to see if he's well.
Yeah.
well.
Roll a medicine
Yeah.
check.
Okay.
He is not injured. Simply unconscious right now.
Carolina, could you help remove the chain on his leg?
It's like locked, I assume, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll try to unlock it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to, as it unlocks. Doesn't seem to be a very good chain.
I understand if you all want to rest, but I don't think there's much else for us here.
Josie would kind of explore around the room to make sure there's not some sort of alternative exit from
While
besides just going
Isaac's
back the way we
identifying the
came.
stone, actually, I would like to investigate. I like just try to like take a closer look at the platform as Nath appeared on. See if there's anything special about it.
Can you still not hear Karina?
Nope. I'm sorry if I overtalked her.
It's okay. It did sound real bad, but I assumed it was because of that.
Yeah, me too.
I apologize. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. In fact, I'm just gonna have Isaac's identify go off, and we'll pick up next week with anything else that's gonna happen in this room. Okay? Get the Isaac identify off first, so that it happens. Isaac, as you identify it, it is not magical. At least, you can't get any magic on it. And we will call session there. And we will pick up next week as we end today with you all successfully saving the child with the deaths that have occurred. As I hope you all had fun. Level your subs up to level 5 for next week.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
And that is the session. I'm going to say goodbye to the stream.
Bye,
And I will be
stream.
back
Bye, stream.
afterward.
Bye, stream.
Holy shit.
Final.
Do. Hello. That's the break screen, not just me. Hello. If you watched, I hope you had fun. Today was a bit of a heavier session, in some ways. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you will join us next week. We will be starting earlier from next week onwards, starting from 7 p.m. and ending at 11 p.m. instead of 11:30. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the stream, give it a follow. And that's going to be that for the night. See ya.